Scott, Chris Carlin. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this waterman is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Oh, my dear Lord. What a weekend. Fired managers, swept in Boston. Bart's got all kinds of graduation problems. Well, not problems, parties, people at the house.
Brother, I tell you, brother. And then you'll know stuff until, like, I haven't been down to the downstairs outside kitchen. I ain't used that in 4 years. Spark plugs, gas lines, charcoal, like the things we do for our damn kids. And this is the crazy part. She don't appreciate it. I cannot wait. And I'm sure all the parents out there know what I'm talking about. I anticipate and wait for the day where my daughter comes and she's going to say, Dad, thank you. I didn't know how good I had it. Because she's going to LSU. She's going to go down there. And she's lived in this certain bubble.
Yeah.
But then she's going to get a dose of real reality. She's going to deal with students that's working. Some girl, I remember, like, when I was there, we had girls that were dancing to make money, waitressing, like paying their tuition with dollar bills and cash like that. I can't wait till she go down there and realize and see how the rest of the world really has it.
Plus, down there, a little miserable in terms of humidity and mosquitoes everywhere. And
well, she's gonna run into people that life ain't been so easy to.
Yeah,
which is good for her, right?
Right,
like,
of course.
We try
perspective, right?
We try and keep her included in that. So we belong to this Jack and Jill, and everybody out there knows. But Jack and Jill is bougie. This is all middle class people, doctors, lawyers, kids that they have. Like when you move to the suburbs and you want your kids to still be around other kids that look like them. Mm-hmm. I mean, because they may go to school and don't see anybody that look like them, right? Fortunately for me, my kids always see people that look for them because the Woodies live down the street and they got like 25 kids. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Woodies, yo. It's always a Woody graduating from Mendham. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dontrell. Dontrell's going to Michigan State. So kids all over the place, man. Like literally, kids was in the bouncy house. Why my daughter wants a bouncy house at 18, so kids can do reckless stuff inside. And at first, when they set it up, it's on like my place tears down like 3 different places. The guy had it kind of close. I said, man, you don't understand. These are big kids going to be playing around. You're going to make them roll down the hill. Then I'm going to have a lawsuit. Literally, I had to just unplug the bouncy house.
Did you get the giant balls and let them roll down the hill inside of it?
No, hell no. One time, because I had built a go-kart track around my house, right?
Right.
So then I had these kids when I first moved there.
As one does.
No. When I first moved in, right? So like, kid flipped over and instead of standing inside the roll cage, put his hand out.
Oh.
Hit my house built on a mountain, so like it's some places where like it's bedrock. It's like a little place where it's like bedrock, where it's like the mountain sticks out of the ground.
Please tell me all he did is break his hand.
No. He had 3 surgeries on his hand.
Oh, my God.
And his parents were lawyers.
Did he? Oh.
No, they didn't sue me because they knew it was him, and they knew that they were there.
Yeah.
And everybody was having fun. But I'm like, why would you, like, if you feel a car sticking over and it has a roll cage, why would you put your arm out?
Yeah.
Just hold on to the steering wheel, roll over, we come flip you back over. But, yeah, that was the first bullet I dodged. But I'm talking about, I saw a kid peeing outside of my, I'm like, bro, are you peeing on my mitt? I started to drop kick him in the back of his ass. But I was like,
he was peeing in your yard?
I had a big yard, right?
Yes. This happened yesterday?
Yeah, bro, it's fine for you to go, like, and if you go down by a tree or something, this dude is standing, like, I'm like,
middle
bro,
of the yard?
No, not the middle of the yard. But he think nobody can see him peeing, right? I'll show you, like, not the video.
I'm sorry,
of him
even peeing in the yard is like,
right,
or on the side is
that's
a little out of bounds.
I'm like, bro, you know who house you at?
Yeah,
I will whoop your daddy ass. So, like, I was like, brother. But he act like he was texting. Like, first of all,
I tell you, they all think they're geniuses the way they're trying to hide stuff.
I'm like, dumbass. You know, underneath you is mint, right?
You had mint?
I have gardens all over the place.
Right.
But he don't know.
But he was peeing on the mint.
My pool's on the first floor, so, like, it tears down, and then it tears down 3 times. So he's like, I should go, right? I said, yeah, you probably should leave. Because I may go get my son. He may have to take you in that bouncy house and go to work.
Oh, my Lord. Wow.
But 200 kids, like, I'm confiscating beer. I said, listen, listen, I understand that in a month you guys are going to be drinking beer and doing
whatever the hell you want.
But you're not going to get in a car accident saying you left Bart Scott's house.
Well, listen, I know people who have had that happen, and it's not good.
And they're sneaking it in. I'm not providing liquor.
Yeah, I've
I say that's what we're not going to do.
I've known people who, the parents are being the cool parents.
Yeah.
Everybody just stand here, and somebody still sneaks out, gets in a car, and gets in an accident.
Yeah.
And it's awful stuff. Anyway.
150 kids.
So quite a weekend you had.
My daughter's she bossing me around. I said, look, little girl, I don't know if you think this, like, you don't realize who the parent. Put this together. I'm like, whoa. I can't wait till she go to college. Dad is 8 miles away. Sorry, not on duty. Figure it out yourself.
That is 1,000 miles away, quite literally.
Yeah, and
you're down on the bayou.
And every parent knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
When they send their ass down there and they got to go handle their own problems, they got to go into the counselor's office, they got to go do all. Yeah, have a great time.
Speaking of which, Mets have to handle their own problems. Listen,
no, Mendoza was the problem.
All right, so let's start here, okay? We're going to get to the Mets and the Yankees. The Yankees got swept in Boston, and obviously that's never a good scenario. But I'm really starting to feel about the Yankees the way I felt about the Knicks. Just get me to the postseason.
Right. Exactly.
You're making the postseason. The American League stinks. You're going to be one of the top seeds. Just get me there. But we'll spend plenty of time on the Yankees throughout the course of the show. We also, by the way, today have the start of legal tampering in the NBA, and there's some things about Kawhi going on. There's a lot going on. The Warriors talking about LeBron and AD, like a whole scene going on right now.
You know what's crazy? Like, before we start, us chastising the New York Yankees is like when you have 2 kids. And you don't have kids, so you don't know. It's like holding one kid to another level. I can't believe what A-. Are you serious?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You need to focus. Life's hard. And then you got that one. Oh, D+. Good job. Did you try your best? Good job. Good job, son. It's like
Gave it everything I had.
One, you have high expectations for.
2 proudest grades of my life were C's in 2 classes that I had no prayer in, that I busted my ass to get C's in.
It's like
absolutely.
Your friend, like, man, you can just look over my shoulder. I'll give you some asses. Thank you.
So I was not here on Friday when Carlos Mendoza got fired. It's obviously not all his fault, and I get it. Here's the thing I cannot reconcile with Met fans at the moment. They fired Mendoza.
Yes.
A lot of you were not happy with Mendoza with moves that he made. But now it's not just about Mendoza.
You're gonna get the
now
bump.
it's about Stearns. Now it's about what's Steve Cohen going to do. And some of what Stearns said the other day, and I heard the whole press conference, by the way, great job by Don Hahn and Rosenberg carrying the entire thing at the beginning of their show. Heard the whole thing there. And just listening to some of these comments from David Stearns, really just kind of, I'm wondering what the hell's going on here. First of all, how much of the failures does Mendoza really get the blame for over the last couple of years?
This is never on one person. It's certainly not all on Carlos. As I said, I take responsibility for our record on the field. I take responsibility for the entirety of our baseball operations group.
So did you put him in a position to succeed this year?
I think when you look at our record right now, this is not where we want to be. We all came into the season believing we were going to have a better year. I thought we were going to have a better year. Our players thought we were going to have a better year. Certainly Mendy thought we were going to have a better year. We haven't.
I understand that when you're underperforming, and earlier in the year you decided to give him every opportunity to try to help bring this around, that you have to make a change at some point. Like when you have a game like with 6 errors the other night, like you had, something's got to give, right? And it's absurd when people are at this press conference asking David Stearns if he's going to step aside. Please. He's going to quit. If I were David Stearns in that moment, I said, you expect me to quit.
Isn't he making $10 million?
Yes.
Man, you crazy as hell.
But not even just that. Like,
yeah, because you quit, you don't get your money.
Person, you expect me to just quit when things are not going right. Even then, I would be annoyed by it. But then, of course, yes, if I'm going to walk away from $10 million a year, take a guess. Take a guess again.
Yeah. It's like at Amazon. Like we couldn't just fire employees because they would try and get wrong for termination. You got to have all this paperwork. I wonder, like, if you're a Mets fan, you listen out there. If you were Stearns' boss, how would you fire him and how would you cite his infractions, right? So, like, when I used to have to fire people, and what we used to do, because you fire them, they want to get unemployment, so you can't deal with that. So what we used to do is we'll just lower their hours and make them quit on their own so they wouldn't try and pull that crap. But you have to cite the reasons why you're letting them go. So if you're a Mets fan out there, how about you call in and you play boss and you tell us why, or you tell Stearns why he's getting let go and relieved of his duties, right? Because for me, it was just like, oh, you was no call, no show. You were late this day. Like, we got a complaint. You drove over somebody's grass, right? Amazon, and all you Amazon people out there, too, I hate y'all because y'all used to nitpick on some dumb stuff. Like, as an Amazon driver, Amazon drivers call in, too. Used to have to hide the package so porch pirates wouldn't steal it.
Right.
I say, why the hell am I responsible for, like, forensically, like, for trying to think like a criminal and put it underneath the flower pot or here. Like, bro, either I'm going to put it at your door or on the side of your house at a door. I'm not about to be walking around the side of your house late at night so I can get shot, robbed, or something like that. No, I'm putting it at the door. It's not my responsibility. Have your ass at home so when you see me walking, you can meet me and say, hey, here's my package. So if you're firing Stearns, I wonder what would be the fireable offenses that he's made when you tell him that you got to let him go.
Well, there are plenty of them, and you can go through them. The thing is, we talk about firing people. What happened the other day is just a case of somebody was going to get sacrificed in the moment. And the thing I feel about Mendoza is Carlos did a good enough job here and handled himself so brilliantly. You heard Gary and Keith and Ron talk about him the other night and how he went out of his way to call all these people independently and let them know what had happened, but also to thank them and all those kinds of things. Carlos Mendoza is an incredibly
classy guy.
Fired? Yes.
Oh, my God.
He's going to get another opportunity to be a manager.
Man, I don't know if I got the type that.
But there are so many things that come out of it with David Stearns that it just makes me think that this is somebody that doesn't understand the personal interaction, that is just so caught up, not just in the numbers, but in the process of the day-to-day thing and the reliance of what the numbers are going to eventually bear out, that you don't allow for the possibility of something going sideways in what your evaluation was. Like Bart, his response to everything was simply this when he was asked about players that he signed with the team. Are they just underperforming? Like, what's going on?
I think regardless of which side of that paradigm you fall on, the end result is we have not been good enough. And we need to evaluate not only why that is, but in the moment right now, do everything we can to get our players, our roster, our team as a whole moving forward. We've talked about, why, right? Why when you go through a half a season like this with players that in the past have performed at a really high level, it's never just one thing. There are multiple things that are contributing to this, and we need to address all of them. I think that evaluation is ongoing and will continue to be ongoing. Clearly, we've fallen short. I still have confidence in the talent that's in our room. I believe in the talent that's in our room. But belief on its own does not lead to results, and I understand that. We need better play. We need better production. And my focus right now, and Andy's focus right now, is going to be doing everything we can to put our guys in the best positions to succeed. Basically,
what you're saying is we are looking at what they have done before, and we expect this to continue at the level, and that so far that this is kind of too small of a
sample size. Isn't this about 2 years, though, his sample size? See, this is the thing, right? One of the things I hate, like as every sport has its own lingo, one of the lingos that I hate when it comes to baseball is when people say he needs to play to the backside of his baseball card.
Right.
I hate that because that's saying that you believe that somebody's who they're always going to be when we know that the law of diminishing returns hits athletes, right? Law of diminishing returns means that, hey, as you get older, a lot of times you get a lot worse when you're coming off of injuries. So when Simeon, right? Guys, are you playing to the back of their career baseball card or what they did the last year? Right? Because trying to get Nemo out of there and replace him with somebody that you say, oh, he's going to hit. But he didn't hit last year. So what makes you think that he's going to hit this year? So that's what I hate. It's one of the things, it's one of my pet peeves. I hate that about baseball. Play to the back of your baseball card. Sometimes people have great years.
Simeon's back of his baseball card has stunk for 2 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So don't give me the baseball card as a whole because guys are better earlier on. Guys have injuries. Guys get older. Guys have other things on their mind. So, like, at what point are we going to evaluate Stearns, right? And also, like, I don't like the fact that there's no general manager. I don't like the way the organization's set up. It's like he cut out the middleman. Like, president is code word for general manager. But
he's running the show. To me, it almost doesn't matter.
Right, but it should be somebody else. Like I said before last week, you had Ozzie Newsome.
Mm-hmm.
You had Harbaugh. But you had Dick Cass. And then you had Steve Bisciotti. You got to be set up the right way, right? And, trying to have this new innovative – and like we said, like the lineup is dictated by who? The lineup's dictated by upstairs, right? So, like, how much power and how much blame can you really put on Mendoza? Like, he's the fall guy. And, listen, we thought he was going to get fired a lot earlier.
The job of a manager these days is to be the fall guy, period. It is the guy to sit out in front of the media, to answer all the questions day to day, and to take the slings and arrows when things are not going well. And and people get so upset at Aaron Boone for the way that he does not go after guys publicly, but he goes after them privately, and that's where it matters. The guy won't embarrass anybody, and he will go out there and do a good job on that front, but behind the scenes, he will let them know.
That's a crazy thing. Like, you pay me to be the fall guy, but, like, you the guy that should be taking a fall with me.
This is the job now. This is just the job in the game now. Because these...
You gave me these players, man.
Yeah, these people have taken over the game.
You and your analytics team told me that these guys would be good. That, hey, we should get rid of Pete Alonso, right? Pete Alonso, we knew two things about Pete Alonso. He was scrappy. He was a leader. And some people might say he was a bad leader because people don't, some things that people say about people that we don't know publicly that they say behind. But he was built for New York. New York wasn't too big for him. I think when you talk about bringing anybody in, that's the first question you have to ask. It's funny because I'm watching I'm watching Boston and the Yankees play, right? I'm like, Sonny Gray out there throwing smoke. Sonny Gray went to Cincinnati, was throwing smoke, right? Couldn't play dead in the country western when he was here.
Nope.
You want to know why? Because not everybody's built for New York. It's a different place. It's a different market. That's why if you succeed and you that dude in New York, it's like you get bumped up a level because you did it, bro. But, man, you did it in New York. Listen, them colors, that logo in this city is heavy. And if you thin-skinned and can't handle criticism, you heard Jaylen Brown. We was at the parade. Y'all guys are tough. He said y'all guys are tough, and I'm breaking like playoff records. I'm up there mentioning with Jordan and y'all still on my ass. Quit flopping. Quit dribbling the ball so much. And he like, damn, what if we were losing? What if I was missing some of those shots? But he knows it comes with the territory. Giancarlo Stanton, probably going to be a Hall of Famer, right? Boo. Mm-hmm. Your ass get booed here. Like, I remember one time we got booed walking out, going to halftime, and we were winning. I'm like, what the hell? Like, yeah, we ain't blowing them out, but we up by 3. What the hell y'all booing at? It's New York. Boo the quarterback. One bad series. Boo. Like, and that was the year we went 11-5. They don't care.
No. But here's the other thing.
And I would say also, I'm sorry.
No.
Every executive ain't built for New York.
Oh, absolutely not.
See, we always talk about the players. Sometimes we talk about the managers. A lot of executives. Now, that stuff that you pulling in Milwaukee, not being held accountable, people not knowing, calling in and rotisserie chicken roasting your ass is different.
Listen, a lot of the media did a really good job the other day of putting him on the grill, and he had to answer the questions. But we saw Steve Cohen over the weekend take to Twitter. Got into it with some fans. Some answers weren't great. One guy complaining about the fact that it's $50 to park, and I'm watching this crap and all this stuff. Well, yeah. If you prepay the parking, it's only $40. Not the response.
Hey, man,
not the response.
Come on, man, I shouldn't have.
But here's the point. Cohen said he's going to be speaking soon. What exactly are you going to hear from him that's going to make you feel any better about what's going on?
Nothing. You know what I feel like when I look at Cohen? I feel like I'm looking at Matt Ispia. Because what did Matt Ispia do? Come out, get me Bradley Beal, get me Kevin Durant, and painted their organization into a box. You got one dude that couldn't stay healthy. You got Kevin Durant. You overpaid. You luxury tax, all this type of stuff. Then now you tell your general manager, get me out of this. So now you got to trade pretty much Kevin Durant for nothing. Bradley Beal, I think, did they stretch Bradley Beal or something?
Amnesty, yeah.
Yeah, amnesty, Bradley Beal. So we went and did all this, and it messed up our organization for 2 years because sometimes billionaires can be impatient. And they can try and rush the process because they feel like they can outspend their money. And that's what he did with Verlander and Scherzer. They were old as hell, right? Like if this was like 2016, been great to get Verlander and Scherzer.
It was the stretch. Just to be clear on the wording, it was the wave and stretch.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, so Cohen's the richest guy in baseball, and Ispia is the richest guy. I think he's richer than Ballmer. But that's what they do when they fans, and it's like they got a new toy, and they too anxious.
But here's the thing. I can't get on this guy for not investing. He's investing in every way.
Right.
He's just hired the wrong people so far.
That's what you get on him for.
Yeah. But
his ability to hire people that's the job. That's you the owner. That's the job.
But what am I going to get out of hearing from him?
Nothing.
That's going to make me feel any better about the scenario.
Because guess what? We appreciate the fact that you go into the vault. What's the agent that was everybody.
Boris?
Yeah, Boris. It's like, hey, the Mets, want to go to the ATM. I'm saying go to the vault. Cohen has allowed the Mets to go to the vault.
Yeah.
Right? So they Juan Soto going to the vault. I understand that. but you have to set up your organization correctly with people that know what the hell they doing. And you had this infatuation with Stearns, and you fought for him, and he's the wrong guy. You want to show us how good your money is? Get his ass up out of here. Because clearly he doesn't deserve, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think he deserves a chance to get it right.
Well, there's a few things at work there. If you're going to fire him at the end of the year.
Don't let him to the trade deadline.
Why are you letting him run the trade deadline?
That's what I'm saying.
That's one. Which, two, would lead me to believe he's not going to fire him at the end of the year. He's going to give him another year to try to fix it. And listen, if you want to give him another year, I'm okay with that. I do think there is a way that we need to let people be given time to do their jobs, and sometimes it doesn't work out at first. Should they get the opportunity to try to fix it? Yeah, I absolutely think they should.
You know the kiss of death? You know, you ever seen The Color Purple? Tom, I know you haven't because you're a white guy.
A long time ago, but I saw it.
Tom, you ever seen Color Purple?
That would be false.
You ever heard of it?
Yes.
So it's this part where Whoopi Goldberg looks at Danny Glover and puts his fingers out and said, nothing good is going to happen to you till you do right by me, right? Put her fingers out, all his crops started dying. I think that was the equivalent to them to Cohen saying, we don't have any captains. As long as I'm here, it won't be a C. Because you had a pecking order, and the pecking order was Lindor. And Lindor was out there. He was a leader. He was doing everything because he thought this was his team. Now, you don't want to piss off Soto, so you say something stupid like you're not going to have a captain. Why? Like, why wouldn't you have a captain? You know, when the Wilpons owned the team, wasn't it captains?
David Wright was a captain.
Right.
Keith Hernandez was a captain.
Right. So now you're going to take that away. And
John Franco was a captain.
And ever since they did that, like Lindor seems reserved. You've taken his power. You've taken his voice. And you've taken the swagger out of this team because you can always count on Lindor to start off slow and get it going. And I think Lindor is, I don't know how dialed in he is. You see him in his press conference. Does that look like the Lindor from the OMG days or even before that?
No.
He looks like, man, like he looks like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Way to put it.
All right, you got Tatum over here. It's never no criticism. He can do no wrong. All of a sudden, you looking at me like I'm nobody. Okay, I'm gonna go here and do my job.
So here's the deal. Phone lines are open. 800-919-3776. Two things. What do you want to hear from Steve Cohen when he speaks right now? What do you expect to hear? What's going to make you feel any better from Steve Cohen? And when he does speak, which apparently is coming very soon, and after the weekend, when we know that Andy Green's not going to be the manager, I'll get into that thing in a few minutes. It's just dumb to come out and say, no, he's definitively not the guy. Why there is only one guy that should be the manager for the Mets. It's 800-919-3776, and it plays into what Bart was just talking about with the fact that you've got Juan Soto, and just how far of a length are you going to go to make him happy? Bart and Carlin just getting started. Lines are open now. What do you want to hear from Cohen? Who do you want managing the Mets? 800-919-3776. Line up your comments over on the YouTube page as well. Let's go. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
David Stearns won't say it, but this is his fault. This is all on him. This is all about the roster. You have the president of player personnel now leading the show to evaluate what the heck's wrong with this roster. Right now, with the target directly at his chest, is David Stearns. And what happens moving forward is all about whether he stays or goes.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payouts so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pregame, straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
On the FDR Drive northbound side, very slow, 42nd Street with an accident blocking one lane. In Queens, the Van Wyck southbound at Queens Boulevard, accident blocking one lane. Southbound Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway at Plainview, just past Old Country Road, an accident blocking one lane. The New York State Thruway in Rockland, very slow by the Garden State Parkway southbound with a crash. And funeral services at this hour for musical mogul Clive Davis at Central Synagogue, 55th Street at Lex in Midtown. And we've already got street closures there. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Wherever your day takes you, across New Jersey, into New York, or down to Philadelphia, New Jersey Transit gets you there. Skip the traffic and stay on track. With busy travel periods ahead, plan ahead, check schedules, and allow extra time for your trip. From work days to weekends, New Jersey Transit keeps your routine moving with reliable, convenient service. Ride smart. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
When we started Oakland Roots Sports Club, we needed a strong foundation. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. They're the team behind our team. With Gusto, we stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves. I'm Idris Argandawal, co-founder of Oakland Roots and Gusto customer since 2018.
See why 500,000 businesses trust Gusto for payroll, HR, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com/roots.
I'm sorry. If there was somebody who was in my yard and I had a garden and they were at a party at my house and they peed in the garden, you're a better man than me for not losing it on that kid. At a party at my house.
I don't think he knew that it was mint down there.
I don't care what it was. Oh, it's my property.
He was like, he saw it in my face. He's like, I probably should leave, right? I said, yeah.
But honestly, how do you even keep it together at that point to just say that?
Because I ain't want a lawsuit.
Lawsuit for, I'm not asking you to hurt the kid.
But you know how you so mad? You like, bro, yeah, you probably should leave. Because my name is Bartholomew. I'm senior. Junior's upstairs. You don't want Junior to come down here. I tell Junior to put them paws on you.
I'm sorry.
These kids don't get it.
All right, so I'm going to tell. Well, let's put it this way. You're a kid. I get that. I did something similar to that at our house one time. I caught one right across the chin. A right cross right across the chin for doing that. And you know what? And I was like 16 when I did it. And I get it now. Listen, it shouldn't have been a right cross, but I get it.
Dude, if you want to go down right there, like, and pee on the bottom.
I would never do that at somebody else's house.
Listen,
my dad was ticked off enough I did it at our house, which I don't blame him for.
If the kid had to pee on a tree or something like that, right? Whatever. He's standing next to a lit up photo booth. Like, acting like nobody.
Did he just go behind the photo booth?
He acted like nobody can see him. So when I went over there, while he pinned, like I said, so really? You just that's what we doing. Right. One, it's girls out there. It's 150, 200 people over there.
What are we doing?
It's a whole, it's 9 acres. Bro, you could have went over there away from everybody. You're a boy, so you pee on a tree. I don't care. Like, bro, you know what's, I said, you know what's underneath you? I said, mint. I should probably leave. I said, yeah, because as I'm talking this out, I'm gonna go Siri.
But when he says I should probably leave,
yeah, because
you already knew what you were doing,
yeah, right? Because I was like, two words you don't want to hear me say, Siri, call BJ. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, you said that and my phone almost started to call BJ.
So you just go ahead and get out of here, because if I get to 10, I'm going to say call BJ.
I can't even fathom that somebody would do. Here's a question. Ever have anybody pee in your yard? Bart Carlin, 800-919-3776.
On your garden.
You can check in on the ESPN YouTube page as well. Yeah, that's actually a question, too.
I said, and then I had a kid come here, right? He was like, hey. I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I know who you are. I said, yeah, I'm Giselle's dad. Like, yeah, I'm Giselle's dad, man. Like, you went to school with my daughter for 4 years? You didn't
figure that out?
I expect you to know who her dad is.
Oh my
I know
God.
I wasn't at parent-teacher conference, but damn.
800-919-3776. Somehow this is devolved.
I showed you the area where he peed at.
Yes, you did. Thank you for that. But somehow this has devolved from the Mets debacle. But in a lot of ways,
the Mets are the kid.
This is the equivalent of Mr. Met dancing behind Gelbs the other night when Gelbs is giving the whole story about how they fired the manager.
He behind.
Mr. Met might as well just been peeing right on the grass there.
He behind Gelbs like, can't touch this. Doom, doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo. Doo, doo. Doo, 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 doo.
Oh, my God.
Can't touch this.
I hate this for Met fans so much that they have to deal with this kind of crap.
We shouldn't have to be we understood under the wheel ponds because there were limitations. This is no limit. The second highest payroll in baseball? This what we doing?
Yeah, this is not limitations anymore.
And we told you. We said you had a month to figure it out because it was blue and orange skies. We gave you a month. Now we on that ass.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776.
Like me and my high school dance.
76. David and Elizabeth will start us on ESPN New York. David, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing? You guys doing good?
Yeah. Kudo Matado.
Awesome. All right, let's get to business. All right, so this is the analogy I have for the Mets and how we stink. The analogy is like the judicial system. You always get the wrong end of the stick, and they don't get relieved until way later in their career. So it's like you never get justice. It's just terrible, bro. That roster is terrible with a huge T. man, it's just saddening, man. And like you guys are saying, you can't get camaraderie from your two star players. They can't get on the same page. I don't know, man. It's just bad, man. The only thing I can look forward to right now is this football. That's the only thing I can look forward to. And it's just sad,
is there
man.
anything but is there anything here that Steve Cohen, when he does speak, is going to say that is going to make you feel any better?
It's nothing.
The only thing he can say that's going to make me feel good is like, yeah, we're going to relieve David later on today. When he says that, then I'll feel good. Until then, it is what it is.
I want to hear him say, I'm going to give Theo Epstein 5% of the company, and he's coming to work for me. That's the hell I want to hear.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, listen.
We need the curse killer, Ghostbusters. I need Peter Bankman.
Hey, Bart and Chef, real quick, because you guys kind of grew up a little bit in my window too. Bart, you showed a lot of patience. You want to know why a lot of these kids do wild boy stuff and things that we just look at them and be like, bruh, I couldn't do that when I was your age. Why? The same thing that happened to Chef happened to me. I'm surprised you guys didn't see David's greatest hits. Because, bro, my parents, they got it out on me, brother.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah. Listen,
I don't know what these kids' problems are, but it is what it is.
Listen, I could have done without the right cross, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I know why I got it.
Yeah.
And I would never, like, as somebody that has owned a house, now I would be livid if I would have never done that at somebody else's house. Never.
But that's what I was saying.
Even if you had 10 acres and a ton of woods. Yeah. No.
But I'm like.
That also means how many bathrooms does Bart have? Probably plenty.
12. We talking full of halves.
Okay.
Like, bruh. Then Giselle, Dad, she's like, I don't know, these kids got to go. I'm like, all right. He was like, but my friend is in there. I say, well, your friend's going to have to come to you, brother. This is her graduation party. She don't know you or don't, you got to roll, bro. Then they try to come in and I was like, listen, man, don't make me forcibly. Siri! All right? Don't make me Siri.
What do you want to hear from Cohen at this point? And who the Mets manager has to be? Plus, there are some very interesting comments coming from a former Mets staffer that you're going to want to hear. It's all on the way. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Now, the ESPN Beach Bash is back. It is Thursday, July 2nd. Bar A, Lake Como, New Jersey. Head down to the Jersey Shore. Join the Michael K. Show, Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live, starting at 1 p.m. and an appearance by DiPietro, Rothenberg, Bart, and myself. We're going to have plenty of giveaways for fans in attendance, a soccer watch party, and the chance to test your skills by trying to kick a soccer goal past Rick DiPietro. Plus, music from Surfing for Daisy, who's going to be playing an hour before and after the shows. It's all brought to you by Spike Dade, Boost Mobile, Miller Lite, Fanatics Fest NYC, and New Jersey Lottery. You must be at least 21 years of age to enter.
This is the Michael K. Show.
David Stearns should be ashamed of himself. His unbelievably inept way to put together a roster has cost a really good guy a job. There has to be a sense of relief when it comes to Carlos Mendoza. Why would you even want to continue to manage a team like this? An absolute joke.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Hey, Yankees fans. Join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, July 3rd for a very special night. Fireworks Night, presented by Baby Ruth. Bring your family and friends as the Yankees take on the Twins, and stay after the game for a spectacular post-game fireworks show celebrating the 250th birthday of America. Get your tickets now at Yankees.com/tickets. Don't miss the Yankees and Twins Fireworks Night, Friday, July 3rd, presented by Baby Ruth. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. That's how Prime members have saved over $2 billion on grocery and household items. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world has noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Mendoza out, Andy Green, the Mets' new skipper. You wanted your pound of flesh. People were freaking out. It may not be the firing that you wanted, because that might be Stearns, but big move for the Mets right now. What's going to happen is this is going to expose the GM more. And what's next, you're going to have to decide is, what are we doing with the GM of this team? Are we keeping or are we not keeping David Stearns?
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
In my world, you're always sorting through information, trying to find what matters most fast. Well, if you're hiring, you can now review all these resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that instantly shows you the most interested, qualified candidates first. ZipRecruiter's matching technology finds qualified candidates quickly. And with ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates show up at the top of your list. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
The ESPN New York Beach Bash is back. Thursday, July 2nd at Bar A in Lake Como, New Jersey. Head down to the Jersey Shore and join the Michael K. Show and Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live starting at 1 p.m. Plus, there'll be appearances from DiPietro and Rothenberg, as well as Bart and Carlin. We'll have plenty of giveaways for fans in attendance, a soccer watch party, and the chance to test your skills by trying to kick a soccer goal past Rick DiPietro. Save DiPietro! Plus, music from Surfing for Daisy. It's all brought to you by Spike Dave, Boost Mobile, Miller Lite, Fanatics Fest NYC, and New Jersey Lottery. You must be at least 21 years of age to enter.
Couple of things news-wise I got for you. First of all, I'll get to this later, but Shannon Sharp basically speaking out on OJ's behalf that they are not going to be putting him in the new stadium. Basically,
are you serious?
Shannon basically saying they found him not guilty. What are you doing?
Exactly. I don't want to get into it.
Come on, I just mentioned it because that happened, but I mean, I'm not surprised. And they shouldn't be. But
apparently, who's the guy that did the OJ impersonation? He went and stole his own stuff back?
I don't know.
Oh, you've been out of the loop. I forgot.
What?
Old boy from Terran Arnold.
Huh?
Terry
and Arnold, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because they did like a sting, and he's like basically, kidnapped some people to try to get his stuff back, which, by the way, caught me completely off guard with that. That's the kid that last year at the draft from Alabama.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Who? No,
not Kool-Aid. I don't know why I mix him up with Kool-Aid all the time.
Because he's the other corner.
Yeah.
So Terry and Arnold was the kid that came to the draft this past year, 2 years ago, and really nice guy, never had any issues like this, gave his high school teacher his jersey when he got to the league, all these kinds of things.
Yeah, but when somebody steals something from you.
Was emotional when Jaylen Milroe got drafted. He was with us at that point. And then this thing happened. I was like, holy crap.
When somebody steals something from you, you never know how you're going to react.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse, man. It's nothing I hate more than a thief. It takes nothing for somebody to take something from somebody that they didn't work for. I don't agree with selling drugs, but at least you're working. To take something from somebody worked for $250,000, that's a tough pill to swallow when you got resources. That's a tough one.
A couple other things here. This one just came up within the last few minutes. Draymond has declined his option, so he's becoming a free agent. That gives the Warriors flexibility to pursue LeBron in free agency.
James.
And Anthony Davis via trade.
And Anthony?
Yeah. Because they were started to heat up over the weekend that they were talking about trying to get the both of them together because LeBron wanted to be back with AD, and then to see the two of them go to Golden State with Steph.
Because they got the same agent?
I don't know whether it's agent or what it is.
It's LeBron's agency. You know what I'm saying?
But point being,
I would sign up for that.
Gonna throw the four of them together?
No. But what if Draymond we gonna get LeBron and we gonna get Anthony Davis? They trade his ass in the trade. Like, wait, hold on, wait. But you know who was gonna take a Jimmy Butler coming off of an MCL? It's got to include Jimmy Butler.
Well, that's part of it. The Butler would be the trade going to Washington for Anthony Davis.
So that means Washington will probably cut Jimmy Butler, and then he'll be free to sign with anybody. And then what if he says, I'm going back to Miami?
I don't see Jimmy Butler going back to Miami.
Did it end bad in Miami? He took him to the championship.
No, it ended poorly in Miami. It definitely ended poorly in Miami. Let's get to Gilberto in the truck next. ESPN New York. Gilberto, what's going on?
What's up, my guys? How you doing, man?
Kuda
What's up, Bart? Everything good? What's up, my brother? What's up? Listen, man, I heard something today, man, on Sportsmanlike, and Canty led off with it, which was just obnoxious. And I just want to gather your opinion on this because I'm pretty sure a lot of the fans, especially your fans, which you always hold the heartbeat of New York in the palm of your hands. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you put it up and you ask the question yourself. How is it that Jaylen Brown could be the seventh best player on his team? How is it that
was the Bobby Marks comment, and he went back at Bobby Marks about that? Again, Bobby's quoting an executive at that point. If that executive honestly believes that, he doesn't deserve to be in the league. I mean, that's not a basketball executive.
He might. It's more likely that Jaylen Brown is the seventh best player than he's the seventh best on his team in the NBA altogether.
Here's what I know.
Yeah, and the NBA altogether, and I still put him in the top five. But let me ask you a question, man. Has this gotten to the point where it's so rotted the relationship from within? You know that.
I don't see how.
I thought this could be amended. I thought this could be, clarified and maybe give him a little extra, more guaranteed money, and everybody be happy.
Doesn't feel like it.
You're going for the guy's rep.
Gilberto, you know why I'm out if I'm Jaylen Brown? Because Tatum ain't said a damn word. Tatum ain't came out and said, hey, man, that's my guy. We together. We going to rock with us. Y'all keep trying to put this divide in between us.
Yep.
Me and Jaylen Brown, good, man. That's my brother. We won a championship together. We had a lot of success together. We going to keep winning together. I want to end my career with him. It sounds like maybe Tatum maybe wants to be the only alpha dog on the team. He wants it to be Tatum and friends. And sometimes, when you got two guys – The only group I ever known that was able to have a good relationship and everybody went out and ate separately and differently was New Edition. You know what I'm saying? New Edition they still touring together.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown went off, did his own thing, successful. Ralph Transman went off, did his thing, successful. Johnny Gill went off, did his thing, successful. Right? And BBD, they had to go three. They had to group up three together, but they made their own group. BBD, super successful. Then they went out and found Aisha, and another bad creation, like Michael Bivins. You know what I'm saying? That's the only group that I thought never had any jealousy. Everybody played their role. Everybody was together as a group. Even the dude from Boys to Men, the dude with the bass. You notice they don't be having his ass around, Michael. They don't like his ass. They kicked him out the group like 4 times. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can't play well together, and everybody wants to have a order operation. He's the number one. You saw Kobe and Shaq couldn't get along, right? Fighting over who's the alpha dog. We saw Russ and Kevin Durant couldn't get along. It takes a special type of relationship. And it's clear that the Boston Celtics have said who they prefer, because if you're trying to say we need to switch it up, it should be the best combination. So what if somebody won't Tatum? You should be saying, okay, is Brown and this person better than Tatum and Brown? Like, we've never heard Jason Tatum name in any type of trade rumors. That means that the organization thinks that it's Jason Tatum's team. So if I'm Jaylen Brown, first of all, I don't know if y'all didn't see like these speeches that he's giving.
The things he's doing on Twitch.
Yeah, about the algorithms and all that type of stuff, and the theories about technology and how man, this dude is brilliant.
He is brilliant.
This dude, this dude is like brilliant.
Yep.
Like, this dude is smart as hell. I mean, first of all, he was the leader of the player
Cal.
union.
I mean, to go to Cal, you have to be able to go to school.
Yeah, I mean, he went to Cal. I know people that went to Stanford that was dumb as a box of rocks. He went to Cal to thrive.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't just go to stay eligible. He didn't take universal studies like Shaq. You know what I'm saying? This dude taking real classes. This dude is brilliant. Like, so everybody can't handle that type of person. Introspective, thoughtful person. That brings weight, like even in practice or even in conversations, or even just their energy is different. So I kind of understand it, and it can be intimidating when somebody's, one, got that type of money, two, that good at what he does, but three, uses his platform to speak out and not hide the fact that he's smart. I don't know if you ever remember Finding Forrester, the movie Finding Forrester, one of my favorite movies. Anybody seen Finding Forrester?
I didn't see that.
Damn it. Sean Connery, never mind. All right, no, I digress. Go ahead, you take it back. Because you won't get the analogy if you've never seen Finding Forrest with
people out there might have.
One of Sean Connery's best movies. And he was playing dumb, but he was super intelligent. And then so he got transferred to a school, but he wanted to stay with his boys.
Mm-hmm.
And like Sean Connery was this great writer that was like well known. He was up in all these schools, and this professor was messing with this kid because he thought he was just some hood dude because where he lived. And then, he challenged him with all these theories and stuff throughout his class, and he embarrassed him in front of the class because he challenged his authority. And he was coming. He was like reading quotes, and he was like, "Come on, professor, that's Steve Smith or whatever. That's so-and-so. So get out of my room." Right? So then he said he plagiarized some writings because him and Sean Connery used to write and have writing things. He's like, "Listen, you can come over, we can do this, but you can never tell anybody that you're working with me." Right? And he only did it because he was breaking. They used to play this game in the hood where they breaking people's house and they had to come out with something. And he got caught in Forrest's house and he locked the door and he left his book bag. So then he found him that way. So then it comes out that he was smarter than what he was. And like people didn't, it makes people uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jaylen Brown makes people uncomfortable. Not because he's him, it's just you're intimidated by his energy and his intelligence and his presence.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 and over, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
David Stearns won't say it, but this is his fault. This is all on him. This is all about the roster. You have the president of player personnel now leading the show to evaluate what the heck's wrong with this roster. Right now, with the target directly at his chest, is David Stearns. And what happens moving forward is all about whether he stays or goes.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
When I need a ride I can actually count on, I call Broadway Elite Limousine. It's who I use, and yeah, I'm not just partnering with anyone for my rides, because whether it's a night out, a trip to the airport, or a corporate event, or even getting a group where they need to go, Broadway Elite makes it easy for me, and they can do the same for you. Clean vehicles, professional drivers, and they're always buttoned up. That's why I trust Broadway Elite Limousine. Book your next ride at BroadwayElite.com. Broadway Elite Limousine. Arrive like a pro.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
ESPN New York. Now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2 New York.
That's right. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN, and also on the ESPN New York YouTube channel chat. Get your comments in there. We mentioned a couple of the NBA things that were going on. The Warriors, with Draymond opting out of his $27.7 million option, the Warriors now have the cap space to trade Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler to go get AD and then sign LeBron. That's crazy.
With the mid-level exemption, $15 million?
I don't know what they would pay him.
So they had a $15 million.
I don't know any of the numbers of that. I'm not even going to try to speculate.
So I was around the basketball geeks. I think LeBron, they're trying to the $15 million exemption.
Right.
So you swap out Jimmy Butler's contract
right.
with AD's. And then the mid-level exemption or something like that, probably be $15 million. But I told you it makes perfect sense for LeBron building his portfolio because Iguodala, Draymond has these crazy tech portfolios because they're right there in Silicon Valley. So everybody like Ronnie Lott and Joe Montana. So LeBron can take his $15 million and they can give him a Kawhi deal where he makes $75 million doing something else. But hey, just buy some of these stocks, and we about to go public, and we'll let you get some.
And then there's Kawhi, the rumors about him going to Toronto.
Man, I hate that. Why can't the Pistons get nobody?
Like he wants to go back to Toronto, apparently.
Which is the most Kawhi thing that you've ever heard of in your life. And I thought it was because it's also reports that he may want to go back to Denver.
You mean San Antonio?
No, Denver.
Back to Denver?
He want me to go to Denver.
Okay.
Because Alzeri's there. That's the person he won the title with.
Right.
Could you imagine Kyrie, Kawhi, and Cooper Flag? Call that the All-American. I'm sorry, Dallas. Why I keep saying Denver? Dallas. We call that the and the funny part is Chris knew exactly what I was talking about. He's just like, yeah, I know what you mean.
And then this last one came in just the last little bit on a completely separate note. Malik Beasley has been officially indicted on federal gambling charges.
Damn.
Related to the sports betting scheme, including point shaving and prop bets.
I knew it. Remember when he was playing the Knicks and he let the ball roll out of bounds by the 3-point line? This mother cost me money.
So it is
shaving.
It is all over the map on that stuff today. We have not even touched on the fact that the Yankees get swept over the weekend.
Yeah. Do we care?
We do, because you get swept in Boston. You care.
I mean, it's like we don't have our two guns. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got our two big guns out there.
I understand, but
who's the Boston killer?
But it's not like Boston is very good this year.
I get it.
They've been bad.
But who's the Boston killer?
What do you mean?
Giancarlo's not there, baby.
I understand this. My point is simply, you can't get swept by the Red Sox when the Red Sox are in last place. Now, having said that, I'm starting to get to the point with the Yankees that they are so far and above better than anybody else in the league. Even though they might be in second place right now, they're the much better team than the Rays. They're the much better team than the White Sox. They're the much better team than, like, people talk about the Mariners. Mariners are a game under 500. Like, why am I supposed to get worked up about anything the rest of the way with the Yankees when it comes to the playoffs, when I just know in the regular season they're going to find their way home here, because this league is so bad. This really does feel like the Knicks in the Eastern Conference. Remember, there was a period beginning in about late February where we were like, okay, regular season.
Who cares?
Just get me there. We haven't even hit the All-Star break yet, and that's how I'm feeling about the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen this 1,000 times, right? We've seen the Yankees, like, good or bad. Like, we've seen them have some of the best regular seasons. We can care less because we know that's not an indication of what they're going to do. You were here when we were talking about making a trade for the Tigers pitchers, right? You were here.
Skubal, yeah.
Yeah, you were, okay, yeah.
And I know you had Tim Kirchin on Friday.
Yeah. So we want to see that. We want to see the Yankees go all in. We're tired of it not being a fair fight. It's not a fair fight with the Dodgers. The Dodgers got the ability to have a bigger room for error, bigger margin for error, because they have so many great players that can get hot at any time. You never know with the Dodgers which guy's going to get hot. Like, I want to see the Yankees say F those prospects. I want them to go all in. I want them to get somebody a hired gun. They need to make sure that they have the necessary stars. And when you're going to go against a lineup like that, you're going to need a guy like Skubal. You need people that can go and say, yeah, match this pitching. Yeah, could he get touched up? Yeah, he can get touched up. But the odds are you got guys that can give you length in the starting rotation to keep that bullpen fresh so that you can play the matchup game.
Well, and not only that, it's taking, even though the Yankees might have it as a strength, but taking some of those other guys on the back end of the rotation and putting them in the pen.
Yes.
To strengthen the pen.
Yes.
Here is Kirchin the other day with you and Jake.
That other guy.
You and Jake. About getting the Yankees possibly getting Tarik Skubal.
If the Yankees want to get to and win the World Series for the first time since 2009, they should find a way to get Tarik Skubal. Several other teams might be, including the Mets, will be competition for them. But that's a big decision that the Yankees are going to have to make. But if you could go Skubal, Cole, Fried, Schlittler in the postseason, that's about as good a rotation as baseball would have. We'll see if Detroit moves him. My guess is with every loss, they get closer to moving him. So it'll be a fascinating situation. The Yankees just can't sit pat here and say, well, we're good enough to win the division. That's not good enough in New York these days.
The only thing that's going to work against them right now is Detroit's run differential is only -3, but they're 14 games under 500.
Yeah. Note to self,
they probably feel like, well, we're better than the Stearns. Well, their sample size isn't big enough.
The analytics state that really we should be leading the league. Like who's our guy from Cleveland?
Kenny Atkinson. Yeah. Really, we're up 2-1. Yeah.
But note to
going
self,
home and getting swept.
Note to self, the Tigers just lost to the Astros in 10th inning, extra innings like yesterday. So it's just getting better and better for my Yankees.
My Yankees.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like if the Yankees get Skubal and then the Yankees win the championship, then Detroit won because he's a Detroit guy that came to get the New York team over the top. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to come to us, you know what I'm saying, to hook you up.
Open up.
We can't have a Tigers jar.
Yeah, the jar is just Detroit now at this point. It's just Detroit.
See?
And we haven't made any contributions to this since we made the wager on the Knicks to win the playoffs or win the finals in 6. So if you got a 5, slide it in there, big cat. Time to get it in there. Soccer fans, join RJ Santillo and Ray Santiago of DiPietro and Rothenberg today for a watch party presented by Rothenberger Pilsner. Watch the 4:30 p.m. match at Ainsley Bowery on the Lower East Side. Enjoy Pilsner perfection.
I don't drink a lot of beer.
Did you have one the other day when we were in Hoboken?
I got close. I held one. I got close. I held one.
Did you ever actually end up having a beer?
Remember one time?
You've never had one in your entire life?
If I drink a beer, it's got to be something like an orange. It got to be something weird. I can't have foam. I
can't have foam?
Yeah, I don't. The idea of me having some foam on my lip, just on my mustache.
All right, that's okay.
All
right.
No, it's not.
Clean it off.
No, it's not just like, it's beer foam. Like, I don't like whipped cream on my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just, I don't like that. Nah, none of that. I don't like that feeling. Like, remember we kids used trying to get the milk
drink
mustache?
it out of a straw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The game today, by the way, at 4:30 is Germany-Paraguay. They are going to be enjoying Pilsner perfection since 1872. From the first German Pilsner, come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, and join the energy with ESPN New York. We were with the Rothenberger guys the other day.
Cool people.
Awesome people.
Yeah.
Awesome people. Get out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. That is RJ and Ray at the Ainsley Bowery today. It is brought to you by Rothenberger Pilsner.
Now, you have partaken in beer, right? When I walked in, you had a beer.
Look at me.
You had a beer.
Yes.
So I would imagine.
Rothenberger was excellent.
I would imagine, like, how do you make a beer? Because, like, what I love about apple juice is like my favorite drink.
Okay.
What I love about apple juice, it feels like apple juice can carry a colder temperature without freezing.
Yeah.
It feels like it. So I would imagine that beer is the same way. So how do you like? And tonight and today would be the perfect time to have a beer if you're a beer drinker, right?
Yep.
But do you frost it? You make the glass cold, right?
You frost the mug.
So you frost the mug. That means you put it in the deep freezer to keep the mug cold.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put ice cold beer in it.
Yep.
How does it taste like going down?
Amazing.
Does it instantly cool your insides?
Yes.
Do you get a brain freeze?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a chugger per se. Like I'm not gonna drink.
I'm glad you said that. Listen, I am so tired of Skubal embarrassing me.
Oh, God.
Come on, man. Like, first of all, the muck.
Where was he chugging now?
The Barclays. Big fight this week. He worked out Vargas. Right? Vargas was fighting on the co-main event on the zone, fighting for a belt. He came out and shotgunned the beer while they were walking to the ring. Like, bro, had beer spill all down his clothes. Like, brother, like, we get it, man. Like, you think you want this brand? You want to be grunk? Have people invite you like Jersey Shore, bro. That only works in your 20s, man. Like when you get 30, you just look like a desperate dude doing dumb stuff, like wanting to still be in the frat, bro.
It looks silly.
Yeah, like bro, he shotgunned a beer from the side, doing a ring walk.
Yeah,
like
whatever.
Why couldn't you just be the cool guy and walk? Why you gotta have a gimmick? This your friend?
I almost feel sad about it because I know how this book ends.
Me too.
I understand how it ends, and it's not that long from now that it does end.
He gonna lose his spot.
He's doing all this stupid stuff. His style of play is going to lend him to be out of the league in a few years. Like, I genuinely worry. I want that guy to be able to get vested for his long-term for his pension, which is 3 years and 2 games, is it?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Or 4 and 3. Can he be Peyton Hillis? 6-year run?
Maybe. That'd be great.
But I think it's at the point now where he won't be the number one running back.
800-919-3776. Let's go to Haiti in Spring Valley next. ESPN New York. Haiti, what's going on? How are you?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Good. What do you got?
Yeah, I think you guys hit it on the nose with the Jaylen Brown situation. He's I don't think organizations really want a smart guy, just, has a lot of opinions on their roster. He plays good, he plays well, but Tatum is like a play basketball and just sort of type of guy. He's great, don't get me wrong, but Jaylen Brown is intimidating. He knows what he wants. He's not going to keep his mouth shut about certain situations, and I don't think organizations want that. So he's out of there. I think Portland is going to be the next team he's going to be on, this year or next year actually.
Yeah, but
that's go ahead.
The sad part is, like, he's the guy that's got to go to a lesser team and build him back up, right? And he doesn't deserve that. Like, he's a guy that needs to go to a contender. I mean, I know Portland was in the playoffs last year, but it's almost like they're sending him out to Saigon. Who, like, a lot of people don't want to live in that part of the country. They damn sure don't want to go to a team that's rationing out hotel rooms.
Yeah, but the problem is only Portland, Houston, and Atlanta could afford his situation.
Send him to Atlanta, man.
That's the only problem.
Send him to Wakanda, man. Send him out there with the black people that's going to respect his opinions, you know what I'm saying, that love black people. Don't send him out there to damn Portland, man.
If they sent Jaylen Brown to Atlanta all of a sudden would be a real problem in the East. Would be a real problem in the East. And I know that we jokingly say they gave the Knicks the hardest time that they really had in the playoffs. But if you added him, and I don't know who you're subtracting at that point.
I've never seen so much movement.
I think Jaylen Brown, man, I would kill to have him on my team. That guy, you know what he is, Bart? That guy's a killer. That guy's a killer. I don't care about him being smart.
Remember, it wasn't Tatum.
No.
It wasn't Tatum during that playoff run that you can count. Tatum was coming up short.
And it's Tatum who's coming off the injury. Jaylen Brown might be rubbing people the wrong way. That's fine.
I don't know how you rub people the wrong way.
I would sign up for that in a minute.
How you rubbing people the wrong way because you have an opinion about life? Right? Remember, he went at Nike, right? Because they tried to do some stuff, and he called him out on it. People hate that he can articulate himself, and you can't talk over his head. And he clearly, most of the times he's in the room, he's the smartest guy in the room. Black Metronome checking in. Jaylen Brown on Atlanta would not be a fun team to play. Hell no.
That would be.
You got a two-way. You got a two-way stone cold killer. Get him out the East though. I listen. I still think the Pistons might get Tyler Hero, but I'm uncomfortable with Kawhi maybe leave. I've never seen the league have this many stars move and potentially move. We know that Jaylen Brown is going to be moved because that relationship can't be salvaged. Right? LeBron on the move.
No, it's too late to salvage.
Jimmy Butler on the move. Like, Jalen Duren not on the move. I don't know what he think, bro. We not giving you that money. And ain't nobody else going to give that money. The Pistons can give him $287. The most that anybody else can give him is like $170. So sit your ass down, bro. Like, we already saw LaMelo Ball on the move. Right? Crazy work.
800-919-3776. 800-919. ESPN, trying to pick up on some of the other things that are coming up here that haven't, with the legal tampering that's going to be going on here. What I really am curious about, it sounds like Shamet is going to have plenty of people lining up to try to get him.
It's amazing. This dude was on basically a 10-day. Now you got people lined up outside the door.
But
I wonder if they're doing that just so the Knicks can't get him. Like, he good for the Knicks. Let's take him away so the Knicks can't get what they want.
You know how this is. When guys perform in the playoffs, even a little bit, they're going to get paid. Somebody's going to look at them and pay them. And, the Mitch thing, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to feel about what the real possibilities are for Mitch coming back right now. Remember last week?
Mitch out.
Wendy was saying 51-49. It feels like it's not going to be that high.
So they put last week I saw a list of people that they can grab outside of Mitch. It's kind of like Mitch. Did I take a screenshot? I think I'll be saying stuff, but they had a bunch of guys that can come instead of Mitch, but it wasn't Mitch. But I understand. I thought, man, I found it. So these are the guys that they suggested in case they don't get Mitch that they can get.
Musa Diabate from the Hornets. Kevon Looney.
Kevon Looney, yup.
Kevon Looney.
Won championships with the Golden State.
Yeah, he used to be with Golden State. Nick Richards. Goga Biadazi. and Missy from the Knicks. I mean, listen, I don't know that anybody's ready to step into that.
I mean,
role.
Looney would be that role. Looney would be. Looney is a guy that's accustomed to playing in space. He's a big play guy coming off of all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? That'd be definitely that. I think Looney would be the perfect fit because he's tough. He was a 4-time champion, 3-time champion. He won at least 3 of them with the Golden State Warriors, at least 2. I would go for Kayvon Looney.
If I'm the Knicks at this point,
even though the old boy Goga, he's a goon. Like he played in that series with the Pistons. He's a bad guy.
If I'm the Knicks at this point, I'm doing everything I can to try to keep it together, but I'm not going to go out of my way in a stupid way, in a 3-year, $70 million way to try to keep Mitch here. I can't afford to do that.
I mean, but they can give him 15.
I could give him
3
15,
for 45,
sure.
but he made 13 last year.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they find him.
I think Mitch might get more than 20.
Nah, he's not going to get more. He only plays 15 minutes, and he's not a starter.
No, I understand, but I think people look at Mitch and see the defensive impact that he can have. I think he might get 20 from, again, point 2, somebody coming off a championship team. Now, Mitch did not have a great postseason, but people understood what the value was.
He did what he's supposed to do.
Yes, and he came up with the biggest play when it mattered the most.
I mean, Looney gives you a guy that can score a little bit. He's not the lob threat, but he can score a little bit.
A couple of other things I wanted to get to here. We're talking about the Mets earlier, and want to hear from you on the Mets at 800-919-3776 on the managerial situation. Eric Chavez, who was the Mets hitting coach last year and was fired at the end of the season, has got his own podcast. Now, take this for what you will, because this is obviously somebody who's been fired, and is it just somebody who's bitter and has bad feelings about it? Well, here he is talking about the whole situation with Stearns and the dynamic that exists with the Mets and David Stearns.
I knew changes were coming. I didn't know the whole staff was going to be let go. Yeah, and he calls me. And I say, hey, David, what's up? And we talked about this, I think, before, too. And he goes, not having a good day. I said, okay, what's up, dude? He goes, well, we're going to go in a different direction. And I go, okay. And he goes, and he hangs up the phone, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, like, there's no, thanks for what you did. Thanks for the hard work. Like, and coaches, man, they put in the hours. Like, as a coach, I'd never been so exhausted in my life those 4 years I was coaching. Yeah. And just kind of the lack of personal connect, gratitude, appreciation. For me, it's just, well, we're just going to move on, and it is what it is. And, that was the 4 strike for me, of like, this isn't the dude. This isn't the right guy. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who built him up.
Here he is a little bit more about how Stearns was not the right guy for the job.
Stearns was the wrong hire, and I think, we can kind of dive into, his huge contract, 5 years, $50 million, with really, and we've talked about this before about, climbing the totem pole and achieving certain things and kind of earning your way to the top. He came from Milwaukee, built a great farm system, didn't really accomplish anything, and I want to know who told Steve Cohen that this guy was the next guy, right, without even accomplishing anything. And I think that's where we kind of fault. We come up a little short in baseball is we award players, the greatest whatever. We're quick to jump the gun on people without having them be proven.
What I don't understand is, like, people talk about him not being proven. All right, so the Brewers haven't won a World Series, haven't gotten there.
Did they get to the championship? Yeah, they didn't get there.
No. And the Brewers have done an awful lot of good things for a small market team. What they have done is given people reason for hope in a market where for the longest time there was no reason for hope. I don't think we can sit here and divorce David Stearns from all success that Milwaukee had. That's not fair to him. That's not fair to anybody. You want to say he's the complete reason for all of the success? That's not accurate either, because look at what's going on now. They're still having success without him. So we can talk about, well, he put the right pieces in place and all that. David Stearns is a guy that, to me, thrives in the situation of I have to get the most out of every little bit that I can. And if I don't have any wiggle room, then I'm going to be a little bit more tight, so to speak. Not being nervous, but tight with decisions I'm going to make and where I'm going to allow things to play out a little bit more than maybe I normally would. You have to win games in the margins with the Brewers. He has come here, and at a place where you can make mistakes, he has made entirely too many of them. And that's what's troubling for me when they're looking at the next hire for manager and the next, if he's going to stay, then I'm willing to let him handle the trade deadline. But if I'm getting rid of him at the end of the year, why would I? Why would I?
Did you just say, or did Passan say Skubal? Oh, now you believe in pitching.
Tim Kirchin.
Kirchin, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you believe in pitching. Man, get the hell out of here.
But this is the thing with Cohen now. Every time that a big name becomes available, the Mets are going to be in the discussion.
Why? When they should be selling?
Because they have the money.
Shouldn't they be selling?
Because they have the money. Again, if you know as well as I do, if the Mets have a good...
So are we buyers or sellers?
You and I, you know as well as I do, that if the Mets have a good 10-game stretch where they go 8-2 and all of a sudden find themselves back within striking distance, they're not going to be selling a damn thing.
I tell you what, if we're going to be buyers and you keep spending my money badly, I'm going to be selling your ass.
Well, they're not going to be buyers as they are right now. They're in last place. They're 14 games under 500.
When is the trade deadline?
July 31st, August 1st.
August 1st.
Yeah.
So you're going to give this team 30 days to say, hey, if y'all want to keep y'all jobs, or I'm trading all your asses. That's what you're going to say?
August 3rd, I'm sorry, is the official trade deadline. It's a little bit later than
that's usual. What you're saying?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me?
No, what I'm saying is...
if you're the owner, is that what you're saying? If y'all want to be together, y'all better figure this out. But then what type of run are they capable of even having? I don't think it has anything
to do with be together. I think it just has to do with if you want to be here.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to start, because y'all got around that time, and I'm going to start looking for the best deals I can get. Because why double down? We said this all the time. The best managers, they admit their mistakes and move on. The problem is, he made mistakes last year, and then he made them this year. I wonder how the fans told you. Yeah, they missed Pete, but is that a reality? At this point, should they have kept Pete?
800-919-3776. When Steve Cohen speaks, what do you want to hear from him? Because he's apparently going to speak soon.
I hope he don't read a letter, man. Are we going to do the Rangers thing?
No, I don't think he's going to do that. And the other thing is, who should be managing the Mets? One guy who definitely has interest you will hear from next in Audio Files. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Monday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Was this weekend a bad series or a bad sign for the Yankees?
That's what the grind is. We got a really good freaking team. We played crappy on this trip, kind of. Feels bad, kind of pissed off, right? But it's what we do. It's what you sign up for. We'll dig ourselves out of it.
And how many free agents will the Knicks be able to retain from their championship team? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Monday, July 20th, when the Yankees host the Pittsburgh Pirates, and be ready to receive a traditional Yankees giveaway. It's Yankees T-shirt night, presented by Soto. The first 15,000 guests will receive a Yankees T-shirt. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Pirates for Yankees T-shirt night, presented by Soto, on Monday, July 20th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Listen up. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th for 4 days of nonstop action right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. See more than 500 athletes and celebrities, including Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brunson, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and hundreds more. All at the world's #1 sports fan festival. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
My friends, this July 16th through the 19th, that is the biggest weekend in sports taking over New York City. And Fanatics Fest NYC puts you at the center of it all. The world's #1 sports fan festival returns to the Javits Center with 500-plus athletes, celebrities, and sports legends all under one roof. Get closer than ever with autographs and photo ops, live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch drops, the tailgate zone, rare collectibles, and nonstop action across every major league. Enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tile to submit your entry. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Our guy is Tom Bauer with Audio Files.
The Audio File.
Thomas, the floor is yours. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. The baseball teams in New York can't say the same, but you know what? That's okay. We've got a long summer ahead for all.
Again,
for all
Tom
of us.
this morning was taking, was not really concerned about the Yankees sweep, but was really taking a lot of joy out of the Met debacle.
But totally ignoring what's going on in your backyard, Tom. Like, come on, man. Like, I understand if your guys are doing their thing, but they got swept.
Well, listen, my backyard's doing fine. I know yours has had some issues, but I'm doing fine.
It's all fun and games till we get Theo Epstein and Alex Cora. All fun and games. Laugh now, damn it.
No, I choose not to. So, anyway, there's one guy out there that has supposedly a lot of interest in helping fix the Mets in terms of their managerial open, and that is Albert Pujols. That's what John Harper reported last week, and Albert Pujols spoke about it this weekend on MLB Network.
I think you have an owner, that wants to win, wants to spend. That's always huge. You have the talent and the field, although, this year hasn't been great for them because the injuries. You had to, when they built this ball club into the offseason, into the spring training, they would never thought they were going to have so many injuries like this. And yeah, you look at that record and you say, well, why they're playing so poorly? It's because the guy that they have brought in, haven't been healthy in the field. So I think when you look at the talent, that they had some good pieces right there that you kind of look at it around and say, wow, why it hasn't worked out? I don't know. I'm not there.
Here's the thing about Albert Pujols. If the reason is that he has a great relationship with Soto, I think we're going down a dangerous road.
Yep.
I think we're putting ourselves in a bad situation. He managed the Dominican team. Soto was on it. Yeah, obviously very close to him, apparently.
No.
If that's the case, I got to be careful on that front because Soto, it's not that I don't want him to be a Met or to be great for the Mets. I don't know that I want Soto to be in the leadership position for a team where he may not be the greatest leader.
I don't know if I want to continue to put this wedge in between him and Lindor. So now you're going to hire a manager that he likes because he's Dominican. And so Lindor's going to be like, you know what, man? He can have a team. Get me up out of here, dog. Get me up out of here. Like, is this what we doing? I ain't a captain because of him. And now it's going to start getting division in the clubhouse, and cats going to go with Soto. Some cats going to go with Lindor. I don't know if I'm doing all that, man. I'm going Alex Cora. Somebody that's going to hold players accountable, somebody that's a baseball savant, a guy that's going to make the right moves, a guy that got the kahunas and the resume, not only as a player, but also as a manager. Give me that guy. Give me that guy, and I think I'm good.
Pujols, Beltran, Cora. It's not close. Alex Cora's got to be the guy.
And listen, you know why?
And I'm concerned that because of Stearns, you won't be.
And I like Alex Cora because sometimes the good players make great coaches. Great players make average managers.
Yeah. Alex Cora was a guy who was, kind of a journeyman, good player, but utility guy.
He had to rely on all the baseball acumen. Pujols just put it anywhere in my vicinity. Home run.
Yeah, I feel like there are some superstars who are like that.
Right.
Not all, but some.
Worst coach I ever had in my life. Learned the least from, and probably was, from a football acumen standpoint, was the worst guy too. Mike Singletary.
Yeah.
You didn't see that? No. Why didn't you see that? Because I ain't you.
Yeah, exactly. If guys can't do it like you could, you can't be pissed at them.
He wouldn't even coach me. Like he was so enamored. I think he saw himself in Ed Hartwell.
Yeah.
And Ed Hartwell's my best friend. But I had a better career than Ed Hartwell. He's my best friend, right? But he was so enamored because I was young, he didn't even coach me. I couldn't wait to play them 49. If you want to see some crazy games where can't wait. You want to see, you know how they say you got Money Mayweather, and you got Money Mayweather was after Floyd, but before that, what did they call him before that? He had a nickname before that. I was that. Before the whole can't wait, I was a stone cold assassin killer, crazy dog. I was the thing walking down the street man, who got a damn pit bull off the leash? Who pit bull is that? And it looked like it's about to bite everybody. Pretty boy Floyd. I was the pretty boy. That time, that's what I'm talking about, son. I was pretty boy Floyd, man. And every time I played the 49ers, they was like, man, they had damn near sedate me. Every play, I'm going and yelling at the coaching staff for the 49ers. Because Mike Nolan didn't believe in me, didn't coach me, and Singletary didn't coach me. Great players, worst coaches in the world.
Next.
I want winners.
Yeah,
I want people that want to win.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Singletary is the same guy that showed his ass to his teammates at the halftime. You know that story?
Oh, I remember that story, yeah.
Talking about we just taking it, dropped his pants. This dude's unhinged.
Next.
On that note, before I get back to some audio,
great transition, Tom.
You know what, Tom? You know what But you know what's funny? If you'd have did that, like with the Ravens, because we were a bunch of jerks, somebody would have went over there and smacked him on his ass hard as hell. Like, and he would have turned around.
To a coach?
They used to they used to pick Rex up and throw him in the ice tub. I remember one time, like, you know when it's snowing outside, we got the snowbanks where they got to move the snow out so we can practice on the field. They buried Rex in the snow and put snow all down his body. Like his Rex is fair skinned, Irish. Man, he was so red. Imagine somebody taking snow and just dumping it down your jogging suit.
No.
Man, they if Mike Singletary did that, he would have been, what the hell wrong with you, son? He would say, hey, man, you want to act like you're in jail? We're going to treat you like you're in jail. Somebody might have, like stuffed their thumb up his butt. I'm telling you, they were crazy over there, man.
Next.
Okay, so at any rate, Marcus Semion's hip flexor strain, this is just in
Great
from John
transition,
Heyman, judged grade 3. He tried to play until it severely limited his movement. It'll be 4 to 6 weeks minimum before Marcus Semien returns to the Mets.
Will I notice?
That's right. That's great.
Probably not.
Thank God for the young prospects.
Maybe, because, maybe they'll start getting hits out of the second base position.
Well, speaking of the Mets players, and these are actually players that are hopefully going to be playing right now. What are you confused about?
I don't like the discrimination that's coming. This is leaning heavily towards everything bad with the Mets. Y'all just lost. Y'all just got swept.
No, everybody is contributing to the Mets sucking.
Well,
Let's be clear
about
that.
what about
Everybody.
the Mets is good right now that you want me to bring up here?
I want to hear about the Yankees.
I'll get to the Yankees. Don't you worry. We've got a great Aaron Boone quote for you about the weekend.
It's been like 3-1, man.
At any rate, I just want to play some Mets sound for you real quickly, and then I will end with Aaron Boone. Let's go to the players. Let's start with Juan Soto. Did you expect Mendoza to get fired?
No, at all. Not at all. I mean, it's move every day. It's here. I mean, you see bullpen guys going up and down, and trays and relievers getting moved to the bullpen, or starters moving to the bullpen. Like you're always expecting those moves, but seeing Mendoza, he's just tough.
And now,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, let's hear from Francisco Lindor a little bit before we get into any more. Francisco Lindor, where's the blame lie in terms of Mendoza's firing?
We felt Mendy. I felt Mendy. I didn't play to my capability to help him win as many games as we could. And, this one's on us as well.
Honestly, we are getting to the point where it's going to devolve into Soto or Lindor. And Lindor's not going to win that.
Right.
I mean, we've already started to have it a little bit. But I'm telling you, there's going to come a point here in the second half of the season where this thing's going to get really, really hot as to who is it, Soto or Lindor, long-term you want with the team. Because if you look at a couple of years ago, and again, this is not that Soto is not a great player. Of course he is. You look at a couple of years ago and how that all unfolded in 2024 with Lindor and the rest of the Mets. Lindor was the guy then. And then Soto comes in last year. They don't want to make Lindor the captain. It just turns into a whole mess. What does Soto want? Does Soto want to be the leader vocally and be the guy like Lindor or not?
Soto seems to me like he's
or
Kevin.
Does he just not want it to be Lindor?
It seems to me like Soto is Kevin Durant. He just want a ball. So you need a guy that's going to be that verbal leader.
Here's the thing. If you're Kevin Durant, you can say, I just want to play basketball, right? But then you make sure to position yourself as if you need to be involved in all the discussions and all the decisions made. But no. You know what? I just want to play ball. I just want to play ball when you don't want to hold any responsibility for what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think he really wants to be the vocal leader. He doesn't want to be out there talking and having to speak all the time. Half the time you don't even see Lindor talk. You know what I'm saying? Not Lindor, Soto talk. They got a problem, man. And, chemistry is important. And I just don't think, one, what can you give? I mean, I'm sure you can still get a lot from Lindor. It may be time. You know what you do? You ask him would he raid that the no trade clause. See how he feels. Does he want to stay? Or does he want to get out while his value is as high as it can be because he's still young? But he has maybe 3 years left on that deal.
He's got 5.
Well, 5 years. But that's
10
good, though.
initially, and we're halfway in, I believe.
But that's good, though, because that means that they don't have to address they don't have to address. You'll buy into Lindor for 3 more years. You talk about a great, one of the best defensive shortstops in baseball, a guy who can get hot. You know what I'm saying? He's a switch hitter, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't worry. You can trade him to the Dodgers.
Next.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not make them even
No,
stronger.
hell no. No time. Yeah. Trade him to the Dodgers.
Yeah,
way to go, Yankee boy.
Speaking of the Yankees, let's talk about them for my displeasure and your and you can revel in this a little bit. The Yankees were swept by the Red Sox this weekend. Dun dun dun.
See, he's making fun of it, man.
Yeah.
Soft fun and games. And get to the World Series.
And I will add, they're now trailing the Rays by 1 game in the American League East. How about that?
See, Tom is making me hate the Mets. I mean the Yankees, and I love the Yankees. I want New York to win.
Yeah, I know
when they were in the middle of their run, the main reason that people hated the Yankees was the Yankee fans.
Yes,
Yankee fans
it's the
got
Toms
so
of the world.
obnoxious.
Arrogant.
And Tom hasn't seen the championship. Like, he saw one in 2009 when he was getting his diapers changed.
And he's still arrogant.
Yes.
So just imagine the ones that actually saw some.
So, Tom,
So
agree, disagree with the characterization of you?
I'm not a fan of it right now, but I respect the opinion on Yankees fans because I know that, you know what, Yankees fans can be, you know.
They don't bother me nearly as much as they used to because they
haven't seen anything. Yeah,
exactly.
so they kind of had to calm down, but it's still ones that hear about the ghosts of Christmas past. You know what they are? They're like Wemby. Like, you think you like them until you be around them for a little while and you see how they act when things don't go their way and they pouty face. That's what Yankee fans are.
Yeah, worry about the now. I will agree with you guys there. Now, speaking of the now, the Yankees, losers of 4 straight games, Aaron Boone, how do you make sure this weekend doesn't snowball into something worse?
That's what we do, baby. You gotta love this stuff. You gotta eat this stuff up. It's a sickness, and you gotta just that's what the grind is. We got a really good freaking team. You know, we played crappy on this trip. Kinda feels bad. Kind of pissed off, right? But it's what we do. It's what you sign up for. We'll dig ourselves out of it and get it going here in short order. But we just, bottom line is we didn't play well this weekend, and we gotta do better. That's what we do, baby.
We're savages in the box, man.
Look at you. Look at Aaron Boone right there.
We're savages in the box. You gotta love it, man. You gotta be maniacal about it, bro. You can say that when you're in a weak-ass division and you can't nobody even catch you. Ugh.
I mean, listen, they're in second place for the moment. I don't think that's going to last for terribly long. And I expect them to run away in the American League. I'm having trouble really taking great interest in the Yankees' second half of the season because I just don't think it's going to be a problem when the rest of the American League. There are 4 teams in the entire league over 500. 4 teams over 500 in the entire league. That's atrocious. Let's be true. The American League is worse than the Eastern Conference in the NBA. Much worse. Oh, my God. It's so bad.
That's why Tom pounding his chest. Tom, listen. Just take it down two ticks so everybody can. Do you want to make enemies? Do you want people to hate the Yankees?
People already hate the Yankees, so like there's going to be no convincing them otherwise.
You're not helping them out.
Question.
They hate the Yankees because of the fans, not because they hate the team.
Haywood Wonk chiming in on the chat. Bart, exactly how much caramel was there in the Bart Frappuccino?
Oh, it was a lot.
Yeah. What I still continue to not understand is you're sitting here, you've got a pastrami sandwich, you've got a drink that basically has about 7 pounds of sugar in it. But I'm the guy that brings a bomb in the room if I have something that, looks like a bagel.
I've been working out,
Not is a bagel, looks like a bagel.
I worked out all weekend.
Okay, good for you.
Hercules.
You and Rick should do a weightlifting competition at the Beach Bash.
He would kill Rick.
I'm in a different. Rick is strong, but I'm in a different weight class, brother.
Yeah.
It's like.
What do you weigh right now? 230?
240.
Rick's probably 220.
Nah, Rick's like 205.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he's that small?
Yeah, he's. But he's. Listen, Rick has a nice physique, man. Like, he gets it in. Rick gets it in.
But, I mean, Rick, listen, does he do as much? Because he's sitting at home on the chair in his office doing the show all day. So, is it really, are you out there really busting it, Rick? If you don't even have to leave the house.
Honestly, I haven't, lifted for weight or for stuff in a long time. But if I ever, get mad, I can summon, a lot of strength. You know what I mean? I go in there and I go for reps. But if if you put a bunch of weight on me, I'll pick stuff up and I'll move it.
What I really want to see on Thursday, I'll tell you next, and it involves Rick. That's ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
This is the Michael K. Show.
David Stearns should be ashamed of himself. His unbelievably inept way to put together a roster has cost a really good guy a job. There has to be a sense of relief when it comes to Carlos Mendoza. Why would you even want to continue to manage a team like this? An absolute joke.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world has noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game. Because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with a substitute, so you're still in on it until the final whistle. So if you're looking to get in on the biggest tournament in the world, now is your time. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right, if your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with a substitute, so you're still in on it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Soccer fans, join me, Ray Santiago of DiPietro and Rothenberg, and RJ Santillo for a watch party presented by Rothenberger Pilsner on Monday, June 29th. Watch the 4:30 match at Ainsley Bowery on the Lower East Side and enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, and join the energy with ESPN New York. That's me, Ray Santiago, and RJ Santillo live at Ainsley Bowery on Monday, June 29th. Brought to you by Rothenberger Pilsner.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. I wanted to get one or two more bits of sound in here. First of all, this is Andy Green, the Met manager, the guy who's taking over, which, by the way, I do not understand why you would what?
No. Yeah, he's going to go back upstairs, right?
Yeah, I do not understand why you would immediately say he's not going to be the manager next year no matter what. Like, what's the purpose of that? What if you go on a ridiculous run and the guy actually does an amazing job? Maybe you could say we change our mind. Like, it was a dumb thing to say.
Yeah, he never paints himself into a box, which was another mess up. Stearns said that, right?
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is another screw up by him.
So here is Andy Green on his leadership style.
It's a great question. For me, it's rooted in authenticity. It's rooted in being collaborative with a group of people that are in there pouring their heart and soul into positioning these guys to be successful. It's rooted in being adaptable. You've got to take in new information. You've got to change. It's rooted in respect. The guys that go out there every single day. It's rooted in an understanding of how hard this game is and the extra pressure that are applied to guys that keeps them being the best version of themselves. It's rooted in all those things. And it's rooted in the ability to celebrate and the desire to celebrate other people's successes and to not have a personal emotional attachment to it as your own, because that's the most freeing way to help people.
Listen, I know you're putting your head down like you're just bored with what he had to say. What's the matter?
I hate when people say, hey, I recognize how hard the job is. Everybody in the league knows how hard it is. It's not hard to us because we're professionals. Right. I hate that excuse. Oh, man, football's a hard game. Yeah, that's why only football players play it. Like, it's like somebody saying, man, radio jobs are hard. Yeah, but not to radio people. This is what we signed up for. Everything that somebody does could technically be hard. I hate when they provide that excuse. This is what we signed up for. This is what we get paid the big bucks for.
What I really want to know from you, though, if you're that guy and you're walking into the room that you haven't been in the room all year,
yeah, man,
you don't know what's going on, and you're trying to somehow dig them out of this mess, what are you doing?
I mean,
how do you immediately get any credibility in the room?
It's an adjustment period for him. Like you say, he don't know the room. He don't know the issues within the clubhouse. He don't know the lineups, the chemistry, all that type of stuff. And now, are we surprised that he hasn't won a game yet?
Well, it's not even that. It's that if they won the other day, but if you're in a position, if you're him, that I don't know how a player doesn't look at you when you're already going back up into the front office and think like you're the spy.
Yeah, like, bro, you just a damn placeholder, man. You out here ear hustling, trying to go back and do a report to your bro. Like, man, whatever. Let me just keep my mouth shut. Hey, I'd like to have a meeting with you, you know what I'm saying, so we can, tell me your grievances. He's sitting there recording your stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's in the open line. It's a three-way call. It's bugged. Stern listening to the everything. Yeah, man, Stern, man, he tripping. I told him he shouldn't get so-and-so. Stern like, yep. Hey, let's go ahead and move this guy.
I don't know how that guy walks into the room and nobody doesn't immediately think that he's the snitch.
Yeah, how he's like CIA. Yeah. He was like, yep, rear.
Now, maybe they'll go on a run or something. Maybe he'll sprinkle some kind of magic dust, but I'm not counting on it. And that's why the discussion needs to be limited. You want to talk about Pujols, go ahead and talk about it. I'm not hiring the guy that is going to go out of his way in every way possible to hide and coddle Soto. You want to talk about Beltran? I can understand it because he understands what it's like to play in New York, and there's a lot of respect for him. Cora's the guy. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Monday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Was this weekend a bad series or a bad sign for the Yankees?
That's what the grind is. We got a really good freaking team. You know, we played crappy on this trip, kind of feels bad, kind of pissed off, right? But it's what we do. It's what you sign up for. We'll dig ourselves out of it.
And how many free agents will the Knicks be able to retain from their championship team? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. That's how Prime members have saved over $2 billion on grocery and household items. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are the 2026 NBA champions. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776. Honestly, somebody's got to start taking some ADHD medication, okay? Because he goes to me during the break. You were teasing something earlier about the Beach Bash, what I'm looking forward to seeing, which I know what that is. I completely blanked on that. Yeah. And then you're pointing and looking. Guy's got blood in his shoe. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
I was like, oh, those some cool shoes, some cool Nikes. Like the screen of Wilmington, they showed the guy's shoe. I'm like, those cool. because they were like white and they looked like they had alligator on the
This is
side.
why I can't hold something shiny up in front of you.
No, but then I realized that's blood.
It was blood on his shoe.
So, no, it was a lot of blood, but I thought it was like the shoe was like, oh, they color dyed the shoe like it matches his outfit. No, his foot's bleeding while he's playing, like profusely through his shoe. But I thought it was the design of the shoe, which looked cool, but now that's gross, and it could be getting an infection.
He's trying to pull the Kurt Schilling bit, the bloody sock.
But it's real blood.
Yeah.
Not ketchup. They ain't ketchup. That's real blood right there, baby. Okay, I can respect it. Because sometimes looking at tennis players, okay. Like, well, first of all, tennis is tough, man.
Tennis is very tough.
It's hot and you out there all day.
Yeah.
Like, playing badminton, I'd be tired. You wouldn't believe it, but I played tennis in high school.
Really?
Yeah. And I actually played, like, I lived in the hood for the most of my life, but, like, 1 year, like, a year and a half, my mom moved to, like, Harbor Town, which was, like, a night. I guess you can say gated, but it's an apartment in condos or whatever right off the water, Detroit. Like, maybe 5-10 minutes from where I grew up in Detroit. And, like, actually my teacher lived there. So, like, Mr. Sherman. So, like, we used to go out and we used to play tennis against each other because he just wanted some exercise. So we would play tennis against each other. I think he still gave me a D. Jerk.
Did you beat him?
Hell yeah.
Well, that's why. You got to throw it. You got to tank.
Bro, I'm like.
Take a dive, Johnny.
First of all, if he can't beat me and I'm like 14, that's a him problem.
Take a dive. 14 is old enough to know if the guy's got a chance to give you a D or a B and you lose to him, you're enhancing your chances to get a B.
It used to be
That's on you.
So I lived in one building, and then the other building was like, I don't know if it was like the younger building, and like you should see all these fine-ass girls coming in. They used to be having pool parties. And I was like 13, 14, like, oh, man, can't wait till I have some skanks in the pool.
And it's noon on ESPN New York, which means what?
It's the power hour. It's the power hour, baby. And Africa got 8 teams in the World Cup, baby. This round of 32, baby. And they didn't even want that. Did you hear the Italian little dude talking about they shouldn't let the African teams in there? And we advanced 8 out of 10. Not we, because I'm not from Africa. 8 out of 10. Not yet. I'm gonna go get my. You know, I can get they giving dual citizenship in a lot of African countries.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? They apologizing for shipping our ass over here for mirrors. I was over there in Senegal. I was like, look at these arrogant dudes looking at me like I'm an old Americanized dude. You want to know why I'm Americanized? Because your grandpa shipped me off for a mirror.
Well, they didn't ship you off. They shipped off your descendants.
Well, basically.
Yes.
Ship off my people. Ugh.
Again, I don't know what you're pointing to, and you see something on the screen, and Ray, it's like I'm going to need you to throw a curtain over the television.
Look.
Because there are four different.
Look at that. Ugh.
Look at what?
That's blood, man.
I can't see blood anywhere right now.
Bro, I need you to get some specs. You don't see when he that's gross, bro. Look at that. Just look at his foot. Never mind. All right. That's like, first of all, I don't know if that's tough, but have you ever had a cut on your foot?
Sure.
And then you run in it. Just think he still has to run.
It hurts like hell.
He still has to run and cut. I wonder how much is burning. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, it's still ripping and, like, see, because he's sliding and then, like, salt and sweat getting into it. Oh, man, he can get an infection real easy on that, man. This is crazy.
Listen, there's a few different things that we've been at work on today. Number one would be the Mets situation and David Stearns firing the manager the other day in Carlos Mendoza. I'm not surprised at all that it happened. I'm not angry that it happened. It's not that I feel like he was completely at fault here. He obviously was not. This is just a case where something had to happen, and it was the easiest thing to do in the moment. The next thing, you want to talk about it should be Stearns? Okay. What I can't take is the Met fans who have wanted something to happen, something finally happens, and now it's not, it's not enough, clearly. We all understand how this team was built and where the problems lie. And so when the GM is not being held responsible, or president of baseball operations is not being held to account for that right now, at least in what we feel comfortable with, in other words, he hasn't been fired yet, then obviously people are going to be upset. I'm not against giving David Stearns another year to try to fix this, because I do think when you get into these jobs, and especially when you're a guy like him and you get into this market, when things don't go well and you get that kind of a contract, you should be given the grace to try to fix it. And frankly, if I'm Steve Cohen, if I'm paying you that amount of money, you better go and fix it. I'm counting on you to go and fix it.
That's what he was brought in here for, man. And like I said, at some point you got to hold him accountable. I just don't know where this organization goes. It seems like they have, you heard Pujols talking about how good the players are on the roster, but they can't play with each other right now. And you don't know if he's saying that because he's trying to seem appealing to Cohen to try and get a job in the future, or if that's a real true assessment, right? You heard the manager say, hey, we can't get both of our stars. We can't get both of our stars on the court, on the diamond at the same time. So, but this is 2 years of underwhelming us and 2 years of us being disappointed. I mean, and it happens early too. This isn't something that happened late, like where we can talk about, oh man, look, they faltered at the end. It's like the fan base is disconnected early. Like you heard our Met fans calling in, like, man, thank God for the Knicks, man, so I can have something to watch, man. I can't watch this crap. And when we talked about that run that they had right before the playoffs start, like, oh man, if they can win these 10 out of 16, and like the problem is everybody else has been bad too, but they just are been worse. Like hit a stretch where you playing good baseball. They had one mini stretch. They haven't played well at all year. I mean, and I hate that Clay Holmes, fractured his fibula or tibia. It was his fibula, right? He fractured his fibula. I hate that happened because he was playing. That's been one of the very few decisions that they made, bringing him in. That has worked out.
Yeah.
But too often, just listen, it's okay for a player to bat 250, 300. I need my executive to hit at a much higher clip. I'm not saying he needs to be at 90. Now, he needs to be hitting 900, but can you hit 650? Can you hit 700? Like, we need some 700 decision-making going on so that we can have an opportunity to get out of this hellhole. But also, where the future going? Because I'm trying to make a decision. Am I getting rid of assets or am I adding on? Odds are that you're getting rid of stuff, but you got such bad deals, we don't even know what you can get. And talking about Skubal, that's laughable. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try and go get – you think Skubal going to sign with you guys? Or he just going to let y'all rent him and say, I'm out?
I don't know what they're going to do. I think with him, with Skubal, it's just going to end up – who's going to end up paying him the most?
Yeah, but
that's what I think.
But even with paying him the most, would you want to be there? Listen, if all things are close.
The way this is right now, it's a very difficult situation to be in. And I don't think that's a good clubhouse to be in right now. I think the whole thing is a complete and utter mess. And so you have Andy Green there, who hasn't been in there all year. He's going to try to fix it in the short term, which I don't think is going to happen. And then you have a lot of questions about the long term. My thing is always going to come back to who put it together and does he get the chance to fix it? This is David Stearns on what changed that led to Mendoza being fired. And if you really listen to this answer, it tells you everything you need to know.
I don't think there's one thing. We were steadfast in our support for Carlos. I was steadfast in my support for Carlos because we believed in Carlos. And we believed that collectively, with him helping us lead this, we were going to turn it around. And we haven't. And in some cases, it's gotten worse. And when that happens, at some point, you got to make a change. So there's not one moment or one thing or one observation, but it was time, and so we did this.
Here's what it was to me. When he says it's time and there wasn't one moment or one or anything, he's admitting we needed to change. We needed to change something. We needed to do something, and unfortunately, that's the easiest thing for us to do.
Yeah, but I don't know if that fixes anything. What are we going to learn by firing Mendoza?
You're not going to learn a damn thing.
So
Mendoza, the way he's handled himself here, he's going to get another job eventually as a manager somewhere. This is not all his fault. Now, there were things that he did that I didn't love, but when you don't win and you have these kind of results, managers know what the deal is. Yeah. They have become more expendable than ever.
And I feel like you get an opportunity to kind of make mistakes when this is your first time as a manager too. Like, you got to give Mendoza some grace. Like, he's learning on the job, so you got to provide some space. But then you need a good executive to make sure that you can tell him what to expect as a new and try and guide him as far as making personnel decisions and putting the best team to make his job easier. And Stearns didn't do his job because Stearns has been an executive before. Like, Mendoza was a first-time coach. So you got to be able to allow him to grow and be able to make mistakes and learn on the job. And he just had no room, no margin for error. And they wanted to get rid of him right out the gate. But Stearns is the one that's more responsible, in my opinion, for the construction of this roster, thinking that guys were going to play to the back of their baseball card, and none of the things that he told us by the decisions that he's made. Oh, Pete Alonso is not great on first base. We don't pay aging guys, aging players. All Pete was super consistent. Yeah, he got it done. He played. The city, the weight of the uniform wasn't too heavy for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Pete, was he perfect? No. But he was a stand fast,
this is the thing, though.
upfront guy.
We can pick these apart. It was a dumb decision to do what they did, to let it just walk away. It's one thing when you challenge the guy to go out there and have a big year last year. He did, and then you still let him go. And then you think you can just replace him as easily as can be.
Just think, that was 2 years in a row he had to deal with that type of pressure.
Yes.
Man, I'm a one and done. I'm playing for my future.
Dude
and
gave you your biggest moment
row
that you've had in years.
Yeah, just ask Devin Williams. He's right there.
Exactly. And then everything else they have done has turned to absolute stone. They have not been able to do anything. So when all of this is the case, Stearns is the one that needs to be held to account. I get it. People want him out. I'm willing to give him another opportunity to fix this. It's just, it's not all going to be on his terms. And for me, number one thing you can do to help fix this is to hire Alex Cora.
Yep.
And I don't care if you don't like that Alex Cora isn't going to do every single thing that you want him to do. You lost that privilege with the last 3 seasons. You've lost that. Now I'm bringing in someone that knows what the hell they're doing as a manager, and we're truly going to make this, like everybody talks about, collaborative.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it be collaborative now.
Yeah, because now you got somebody who's won a championship. You got somebody that's played at a high level.
That players respect.
Right. And so now.
And for all the fans that scream and yell about, like, this guy never yells about anybody publicly, Alex Cora does that.
Yeah. But if he says
it's pretty clear he wasn't a problem in Boston.
If he says, nah, we're not paying attention to this analytics, and you have a decision, he's in the honeymoon phase. He hasn't done anything to hurt this organization yet. He gets to come in and he's gonna have more weight, almost like Harbaugh coming here with the Giants. My decisions, are final, and I don't want to really discuss it. Now, I'll listen to your opinion, but you may be the president or the general manager. But let me handle the baseball stuff, and you go handle the budget.
Patrick in Brooklyn is up on ESPN New York. Patrick, what do you got on Stearns, brother?
He needs to go. How you guys doing? Stearns needs to go. He had his opportunity. Every single move this guy has made has failed. There's nothing good about Stearns. Nothing. I don't think you can fix it. His philosophy is 3-year, 4-year deals. That doesn't work in baseball. You can't say that and then give Soto a 10-year, 12-year contract that he has, and you got a guy in Alonso, you let him walk because you didn't want to give him a guaranteed deal. And Alonso is proving himself. What is he, home run champion 3 times, 40 consistent home runs, 100 RBIs? You can't easily replace that. You're not going to get that out of Bo Bichette. Now in this Mets team, now in this roster, Stearns has to go. Bring in any different manager. And to Bart, to your credit, that analogy with the Giants, you're 100% correct. However, the Giants GM has not failed miserably the same way Stearns is. Stearns has to go. There's no manager that could cover the stench that Stearns has did by gutting a homegrown talent in Alonso, in Nimmo, allowing Edwin Diaz to walk out the door. Every single move. If it was me, Edwin Diaz, he's proven coming from injury that he's a good player. You don't let guys like that, the best closer in the game, walk out your door. So that's my take on Stearns. Knicks.
Listen, I get it. And you talk about not letting players like that walk out your door. This certain philosophy was in place, and it hasn't worked. So what do you do when something doesn't work? You change it up. When you're handing somebody $50 million over 5 years, it's easy for you and I to sit here and say, get rid of him. Your money's, you've got more than enough money to do whatever you want here. I do think there's an aspect of the owner that we're not respecting enough here. Dude's losing money, okay? This is not the Dodgers, or I shouldn't even say losing money.
It's a vanity project.
He's not making a lot.
It's a vanity thing, though.
He's spending as much as the Dodgers are, but the Dodgers are bringing in a lot more revenue because of Ohtani. A lot more revenue, and Ohtani obviously has the deferred contract as well.
But he's doing this, I feel like this is I don't want to say a hobby because I don't want to disrespect him like that.
No, it's certainly a passion project, put it that way.
Right. It's a passion project, and sometimes with that, like I said, your emotions get in the way, right? He needs to bring in, that's what I'm saying, he needs his Dick Cass, right? President for the Ravens for like 15 years. You need that guy that's going to say something without emotion, brother. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's going to straight up, like, nah, we ain't doing that. You're fired. You know what I mean? You need somebody that's going to, no emotion, cutthroat. You need somebody like that.
All right. Just to give you an idea, this is from last year, all right? 2024. The Mets' revenue in 2024 was $444 million. Their payroll last year was $400 million. In other words, and we're only talking about all of that other stuff here, okay? The payroll was $328 in payroll, $71 in luxury tax. We're not talking about every other operating expense there is, period, for everything else. The Mets' total revenue was $444 million. Point is, they weren't making a lot of money. The Dodgers had $750 million of revenue a couple of years ago and $550 in payroll. So they were making $200 million, whereas the Mets are making $40. It's a lot, and that's only the payroll revenue, okay? The point is simply this. You want to get on Cohen? Get on Cohen. This guy's doing everything he can to help this team. To me, you don't have a damn thing to complain about with Steve Cohen. Was the answer about parking, you can get it for $40 if you prepay, a dumb answer? Of course it was. But Steve Cohen is going to show himself to be one of the best owners this town has ever seen because of what his willingness is to try to win. He has made bad decisions in who he has hired. But you need to understand that we could very easily go back to where we were. You want to go back to the Wilpons? I don't think you do.
Go back to the ATM, not the Volt.
You want to go out to Portland and see what's going on with Portland? You want to be that team? I don't think you do. You can say, we're New York, we're New York, we're New York. That's all right. You know what billionaires generally are? Cheap. That's how they got to be billionaires. Steve Cohen, not cheap.
I feel like you can put Steve out there with Ballmer, Ispia. It's like certain guys that really just love the team, man. Like
Yankees made $728 million a few years ago and only spent $362. In other words, they made $300+ million on that. $350 million on the year.
But they acting like a business though. Cutthroat. See, like when you got money to spare, that if you make decisions, you can kind of go. You ain't doing it like you're going mill to mill. You know what I mean? It's like that Outkast song. You know what I'm saying? If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck to neck. Yeah, and came back from the loan projects. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's your last, you pay attention to every dime. You know what I mean? And I feel like you said, it's a passion project. That's why he needs to have somebody here that he can hold accountable. That if it don't get done, your ass is gonna get fired, right? I mean, I feel like executives should have incentive bonuses like in their contract. You know what I'm saying? Escalators. You know what I mean? Like, all right, yeah, this contract can be worth 50. It can be worth 50, but we're gonna start it at 30. You got incentives and escalators and boosts for world championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like maybe we should start doing that with executives. Let's make it incentive based. See how many guys will sign up for that one.
They won't be lining up for that. They will not be lining up for that.
Listen, it'll be a certain type of people signing up for that for the chance.
Yeah, the guys who can't get jobs.
Yeah.
The guys who are dying for one opportunity, who have never been able to break through and get it, and there's generally a reason those guys haven't gotten it before.
I don't know if anybody out there listening has wanted a girl so bad, wanted to be with her so bad that you let her get away with all kind of stuff just to get her, and then when you get her, you're like, man, I messed up. She got no respect for me because I was so thirsty and chasing her, and she's just walking all over me, man. This ain't a good relationship to be in.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Then there is this. We played some of the sound from Eric Chavez earlier, the Mets' former hitting coach, on his own podcast. And he was critical of David Stearns and why he was not the right guy for the job. Felt like Billy Epler was the right guy for the job. But this, I'm very anxious to get your reaction to this. This is about Juan Soto and Chavez and the interaction of Soto with other players.
When we signed Juan, and I love Juan, by the way. Juan will give you the shirt off his back. I think he's one of the coolest human beings, just a really good person. But he struggled the first 2 months emotionally, right? And I don't blame him. Big move going from the Yankees. Maybe had a little bit of buyer's remorse. It's all going to work out. Juan's going to the Hall of Fame. You know, I even tabbed him to be an MVP type of player, and he's going off. Like, he's hitting-wise, he's unreal. But he struggled. And in between innings, he would run from the outfield and go sit in the batting cage on a couch and not be in the dugout with a teammate, right? And like I said, I'm not throwing Juan. This isn't a Juan issue, right? This is a leadership, lack of accountability from the top down. And we had an assistant GM who would sit there with him. The assistant GM would sit there with him and kind of coddle him and, tap him on the shoulder without saying, hey, dude, how about getting in the dugout with your teammates, right? And so I brought this up to Stearns. And I said, this is a huge problem because now younger players, who we have younger players on the team, they're seeing this. And your guys are allowing this. And he goes, well, those players need to learn that they're not Juan Soto.
Those players need to learn that they're not Juan Soto? Like, remember when they had so much heat on with A-Rod that they didn't want to be 24+1? This sounds like 24+1. If you're going to be an assistant GM and sit back there on the couch with Soto in the batting cage.
You okay? You want me to rub your shoulder? Like, first of all, why are you isolating yourself from a teammate? Remember the little celebration thing they used to do? Then they had to make Juan Soto, I forgot who made him get up and do it and start participating.
Yeah.
In the celebration.
Yeah, the things they do in the dugout.
Yeah.
They've had a couple different ones. They got the Spider-Man one now.
Yeah, but like.
And
we understand.
Street worker before that.
We understand that you can be the best player, generational talent, but you ain't the first one. You won't be the last one that ever comes through the Mets doors, right? You have to make sure that you have to be able to connect. That's what leadership is all about. You can't say, okay, I'm going to go out and do my job and then go stand over there, because if that's the case, then stay over there. Like, because publicly, what does that look like to fans and people like that? Like, so players feel embarrassed. Like, yo, man, he get his own couch out there and the general manager out there with him. Man, they must not think nothing of y'all. And if you're a great player, maybe not a generational player, but a great player like Lindor, you're like, man, what the hell? Like, you feel like Jaylen Brown. Like, man, I'm the one that's been here performing. I'm the first one that came here, right, that gave y'all the big contract. I'm the one that's been, moved the lead off, playing great defense, when we had our little run or whatever 2 years ago, I'm the one that was right there. Like, now you bring this guy in and y'all didn't kiss my ass like this. Like, all right. So go ahead and go over there with your man. Listen, if all this is going on, I guarantee Lindor, like, man, I'm done with this. Like, I feel like Lindor doesn't seem like he's emotionally even there anymore. He seems to me like a guy that just comes to do his job and go home.
That's not a guy that you're going to get the best out of him when he's like that. It's just not going to happen.
Because he's playing it in spite. Yeah. He's trying to play well to prove a point to you guys, but he's not enjoying his stay. He's not enjoying what he's doing, and so that energy reflects, right? Because he's not going over there because he feels good coaching up the young guys, saying, hey, man, you did this wrong. Check this out. He's like, man, let old buddy. He's the greatest hitter in the world, right? He see a pitch, he frame pitches, all that stuff. Man, not frame pitch. He's this and that. Let him do it. Y'all get him $700 million.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Monday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Was this weekend a bad series or a bad sign for the Yankees?
That's what the grind is. We got a really good freaking team. We played crappy on this trip, kind of feels bad, kind of pissed off, right? But it's what we do. It's what you sign up for. We'll dig ourselves out of it.
And how many free agents will the Knicks be able to retain from their championship team? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Tickets are on sale now at fanaticsfest.com as Fanatics Fest NYC returns to the Javits Center on Thursday, July 16th through the 19th. The world's #1 sports fan festival puts you where sports, collecting, culture, and entertainment collide. See stars like Tom Brady, Aaron Judge, Jaylen Brunson, and hundreds more, including live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch, and Fanatics games with $2 million in prizes. Go to fanaticsfest.com to get your tickets today.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
From your neighborhood stop to the city and back, New Jersey Transit keeps your day moving. Reliable, convenient, and ready when you are. We're on this ride together. So keep aisles clear, use headphones, and be mindful of fellow riders. Small actions make a big difference, especially during travel times. New Jersey Transit. Ride together, ride better. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 and over, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Heat up your 4th of July at the Home Depot with our wide variety of grills under $300 and make every gathering one to remember. Give your outdoor space a glow up, whatever your budget is, with savings on seasonal plants starting at $5. With the grill fired up and your backyard set to perfection, you'll be able to invite friends and family over to kick off the party. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Prices may vary by store. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins AeroBurst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of AeroBurst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Let's roll 800-919-3776. 30 seconds. We hit the calls. What exactly do you want to be hearing from Steve Cohen right now when he does come and speak? He says he's speaking here shortly, meaning soon, in the next few days. What do you want to be hearing from him? And also, at least I assume the next few days, also, who's the guy that should be managing this team? To me, there's only one guy, and that's Alex Cora. Period. End of it. New York, you need to hear this. Now, this summer, all lines lead to Champ Sports Fan Central Station, a soccer pop-up shop right in the heart of the city, 125 West 33rd Street. It is the soccer destination in New York. Jerseys for every national team you ride with. USA, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, and way more under one roof. If you want to gear up, rep your country, feel the energy of the city, Champ Sports Fan Central Station, 125 West 33rd Street. That is where you need to be. And for all you Knicks fans, they have championship gear to celebrate your team's first title in 53 years. It is Champ Sports Fan Central Station, 125 West 33rd Street. Carlos in Old Bridge is next, ESPN New York. Los, what do you got?
What up, guys?
How we doing, brother?
Nice to finally get into you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you.
But one big thing I want to talk about, number one, for Soto, to what I just heard about Soto, that's disturbing. All right? Number one, I want to say, let's go
Keep
back
in mind,
to
that's last year. That's the beginning of last year, but still, it's bothersome for sure.
But I want to go back that nobody's talking about how when we had the Oh My God movement, the thing 2 years ago, remember that?
Yep.
So
Iglesias.
I think that's bigger. That's bigger. Them not signing him was bigger than the whole situation, all right?
I mean,
I don't think we wanted Juan
That's
Soto.
not why they got to where they wanted to. That's not why they got to the NLCS. I know what you're talking about, but that's
this team
chemistry is why.
This team hasn't felt like a team.
I understand that. I get that.
As a team, how are we going backwards when we sign Juan Soto? That you know what that shows me? That the players didn't want him. As a player, we almost made it to the World Series without him, and now
wait, hang on a second. Are you talking about Soto?
Yes.
Yeah, the team that had Soto made it to the World Series that year. The Yankees. The Yankees.
The Yankees. Forget about the Yankees.
No. It's not forget about the Yankees. When the point you're trying to make is that the Mets almost made it to the World Series without Soto, but the team that actually did go to the World Series with Soto is the Yankees that same year.
But they lost. They lost.
Oh, well, the same. It's the same thing. Well, then the Mets, then they lost. That's because they had Soto. They never even would have made the playoffs. God, just have a clue about this.
I always know how things are going based on Ray's face. Ray liver, like my dad, when somebody he can't stop laughing at somebody, he always say you tickle my liver. Man, Ray liver is so tickled right now.
It's just I don't need stupid at lunchtime. I'm hangry as it is. Don't bring me the stupid. All right?
Eat a Snickers.
Stupid doesn't fill me up.
Hey, Tom, can you go get him a mini Snickers out
the Snickers is not going to help either. All that's going to do is spike my sugar, and then we got a whole nother thing.
Chris, you're not yourself when you're hungry. I'm always it's like Incredible Hulk. You might want to get mad right now. That's my secret. I'm always mad. Chris, you might want to get hungry right now.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I'm always hungry.
Mark in Long Beach. I hope you're not bringing the stupid, Mark. Please don't. What's going on?
But that's a lot of undue pressure to put on Murky Merc. What up, Mark?
Hey, a comparison, Pete Alonso is very similar to Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew, his 5 seasons from age 31, take out one of them where he missed half the year with an injury, he averaged 40 home runs, 121 RBIs. And that's back, early 70s, late 60s, where they trained on cigarettes and beer. So this thing that Alonso is going to be washed up and the contract won't wear well, I don't believe that. I mean, this guy Stearns, he makes Mike Milbury look like Bill Torrey. It's unbelievable. And one other point.
The rare
when the
Islander
Orioles,
analogy that works so brilliantly.
Thank you. And here's another analogy. When the Orioles come in September to Citi Field, it's going to be the biggest turning against a home team since Ed Jockman came back to the Garden as a Red Wing after the Rangers waived him.
What was it like when Babe Ruth went back to Boston? Do we have any weapons in the room? See the shirt back there? No. If you took that thing, now granted, I don't have much of a neck.
Yeah.
But if you took that thing and wrapped it around my neck, do you think you could kill me? Because it might be preferable to a Bill Torrey analogy into an Ed Jockman analogy, into a Harmon Killebrew comparison with Pete Alonso when we're training on beer and cigarettes.
At this point, I think they're trolling you, man. At this point, I think the callers are coming in. I want somebody else to call in and just make a random comparison. What's the most crazy comparison? Haka Porter, give me something. Give Carlin something. Let's see if we can.
Let's see how far we can drive Carlin before he snaps.
Yeah,
is that what this is?
Let's see how
is
far
that what your game is?
Let's see how far we can get to a Christoph. Hey, Richard, call in. Richard, call in. Richard, call in. Richard,
we're
you ever see Joe DiMaggio play with a lollipop?
No, I never did. I never saw him with batting gloves or anything like that.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't. Back to back right there. All I said was, please don't bring the stupid. And we brought lunch pails full of it. All right. Woosah. Let me collect myself and let's finish this strong together. Together! Like a team. That's like what you and I are. We're a team.
A team.
800-919-3776.
This is the Michael K. Show.
David Stearns should be ashamed of himself. His unbelievably inept way to put together a roster has cost a really good guy a job. There has to be a sense of relief when it comes to Carlos Mendoza. Why would you even want to continue to manage a team like this? An absolute joke.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket. Because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Fans, arrive early at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, August 8th for the 78th Annual Old Timers Day presented by Fresh Direct. See Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. After the Old Timers Day ceremony and game conclude, stick around to see your Bronx Bombers take on Atlanta. Get your Saturday, August 8th Old Timers Day tickets presented by Fresh Direct at Yankees.com/tickets today.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one 50% off and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2026.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Soccer fans, join me, Ray Santiago of DiPietro Rothenberg and RJ Santillo for a watch party presented by Rothenberger Pilsner on Monday, June 29th. Watch the 4:30 match at Ainsley Bowery on the Lower East Side and enjoy Pilsner perfection since 1872 from the first German Pilsner. Come out, grab a cold Rothenberger, and join the energy with ESPN New York. That's me, Ray Santiago, and RJ Santillo live at Ainsley Bowery on Monday, June 29th. Brought to you by Rothenberger Pilsner.
$800-919-3776. This is Soto on the Mendoza situation the other day and if he expected him to get fired.
No, at all. Not at all. I mean, it's move every day. It's here. I mean, you see bullpen guys going up and down, and trays and like relievers getting moved to the bullpen, or starters sorry moving to the bullpen. Like you're always expecting those moves, but seeing Mendoza he's just tough.
And here's Lindor on who's at fault.
We failed Mendy. I failed Mendy. I didn't play to my capability to help him win as many games as we could, and this one's on us as well.
That's what a leader. That's what I want to hear from my leader. This on us. We failed them because we believed in each other, and this was a roster and that's capable of winning. That's what I want to hear. That's the difference. Like if you play Soto stuff again, he sounds like he's like, man.
You want to hear it again?
This place right before that. This sounds like, it's chaotic. I don't like this. There's no structure here. It's people going up, people going to bullpen, people leaving, people being fired. He sounded like, man, what did I sign up for? Right? This is not the structure that I'm used to being in. Right? This isn't the Yankees. This is all over the place. Now you can play it and listen to what he's saying.
No, at all. Not at all. I mean, it's move every day. It's here. I mean, you see bullpen guys going up and down, and trays and like relievers getting moved to the bullpen, or starters sorry moving to the bullpen. Like you're always expecting those moves, but seeing Mendoza he's just tough.
See, he's like
every day is something, man.
Yeah, but to me, he's kind of also saying like you expect those things to happen. With Mendoza, you don't expect that to happen.
To me, how I'm interpreting that is, man, like you see guys coming up, guys going to the bullpen, all this happening. He feel like to me it sounds like, man, he's like, man, it's always something. Like it's all over the place, right? And he's not used to that being with the Yankees. And Yankees always seemed like it was in order. It was a plan.
I think the Yankee thing was probably more of an issue early last year, which is kind of what we heard about from Chavez when he talked about him struggling in the early going last year. I think there was a point where Soto has gotten over that.
Yeah, I think he's done with that. I just think he's like, man, it's chaotic. I mean, and he's talking directly about Senga. Senga might be the worst signing.
Even yesterday, man. They
the worst signing. Yeah.
They bring him in the pen, and then he gives up the bomb.
Right.
You
like,
know, I mean, it's just it wasn't even – he even pitched reasonably well, but
right,
still,
for two innings,
when it mattered the most, he gives up a bomb to Schwarber.
You already know. That's all Schwarber does. And he's been on the wrong side of, like, the big play.
Mark in the cars next, ESPN New York. Mark, what's going on, dude? How are you?
Great. What's up, guys? Love the show.
How you doing?
Thank you, sir.
Great. I wanted to make a point that actually the Mets getting Juan Soto made them a little worse, actually. I know it sounds crazy, but just hear me out for a second, yeah? Baseball is different than, let's say, basketball, whereas baseball, a superstar isn't getting you anywhere, right? You need to build a team. You need to build, and even though Juan Soto is a generational talent 100%, but I feel that he doesn't have that leader mentality so much, even though now maybe he is a little bit. But I just feel like in the locker room, he's not giving you the same much, like player team and the team chemistry as other players would. And I just feel like that's stopping them from becoming better. And I just feel like building a baseball team, that shouldn't be how you build around them.
Mark, I feel like this is, in my opinion, Mark, I feel like this is a Lindor Soto awkward situation. I feel like it's almost like Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but I feel like because Lindor's been there way longer, it's like somebody's coming and they emasculated your leader. And I feel like Lindor's there,
and I think that's what's stopping them.
Yeah, what? So one of them have to go. I feel like one of them just has to go, man.
Mark, I think the other part is I think it's hard to hang this all on Soto. I think it's very hard to hang this all on Soto. If you want to make the argument that Soto is Kevin Durant, I could see that. Well, where you want to go and you just want to play, but also you also want to be a leader, but you really don't want to do what comes with that.
But talk about what else. Talk about what else. Kevin Durant, everywhere he goes, plays well.
He plays fine, but they don't win.
My point.
Except for Golden State, where he wasn't the guy.
My point. Went to Houston. We thought, oh, man, this would make Houston a championship team. They got knocked out the playoffs early. Oh, man, the Nets. It's like every team he go to, it ain't his fault, but it is his fault.
All I hear about the Nets is if his shoe wasn't on the line, well, it was.
Yeah.
I
mean, I blame that more on Kyrie, but the point is, like, I feel like.
No, I blame it on.
You can have a great.
I blame it on Kyrie, but I blame it on Durant for not understanding the cast that he was bringing in with him to go play.
Yeah, and Kenny Atkinson
By the way,
as well.
Just separately, did you see this? So Harden is opting out of that $43 million because only 15 of it was guaranteed.
Yeah,
they're working on a new multi-year contract with Harden.
Yeah, I mean,
how much could they possibly be giving him?
They doubling down.
They're going to give him 2 for $40?
I thought they were going to try and trade Jared Allen to give the Lakers the big man that they need to try and bring LeBron there for like 15 to 20. But I think LeBron and AD would be one of the most interesting. So like you talk about a league of old men. Can a bunch of old dudes and a semi-old dude that's often injured, can they ball out together?
So what they're talking about with LeBron and AD, in case you missed it, is earlier today, the Warriors had Draymond decline his player option at $27.7 million. So that gives the Warriors enough cap room to pursue LeBron and potentially trade Jimmy Butler for Anthony Davis.
Yeah. I mean, that is interesting, brother. Like, LeBron can still play at a high level. Steph is still a top 10 player.
You think Draymond stays there? I mean,
yes.
they're all the same age, and you think Draymond stays there for, like, nothing?
Let me tell you, no. It's got to be some way, and I wish we can get Bobby Marks on to see how that works. But basically,
the Warriors can give James the full $15 million mid-level.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, that allows them to get that. They're going to they'll trade some guys, for some draft picks. You know what I'm saying? They'll do the same thing that we just saw with who just traded 2-2 OKC. OKC just did that to be able to sign Hartenstein back, right? So like they'll
see the number he was getting to
$25 million a year.
But wasn't it? It was
75.
Wasn't it like 134?
No, that's when you add everything he had.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He got another 75 for 3.
Right.
Okay.
70. So $25 million. So that he basically got the Josh Hart money, which is about where he should be as far as what he does.
Man.
But for me, like you can get LeBron, who still doesn't play like he's 41 years old. AD, could you imagine having to play them in a 3-game series, in a 4-game series? Right. Because AD is like the big man, the athletic big man that can still stretch the floor and all that stuff. They'll probably put him in bubble wrap to the playoffs.
I mean, those guys will all play 40 games in the regular season.
And that's all they ever need.
A lot of G League warriors playing out there on the road.
And if they get in there dangerous. I wonder what the odds would be if that team got to the problem.
Let's just out of curiosity. Let's take a quick look right now and see if.
Because, bro, that's.
Just hang on. Let's see if you should jump the gun on looking at that for next year right now with an anticipation of what that could look like. Now, they may have already changed what the odds are. But right now, Golden State for next year is 50-1.
Yeah.
If you put LeBron and AD on that team.
Those are two. Like, that's
going to cut in half.
Yeah, that's. Bro, that's 50 points right there. That's averaging 50. That's 50 points right there. And Steph going to give you about 25. That's 75 points in 3 players that you can say averaging.
Here's Javi in Queens. Javi, what's going on, brother? How are you?
What's going on, boys? Thanks for taking the call today. I'm no Mets fan. I would rather hear Bart talk about Malik Beasley for 3 hours today than hear anything about the Mets.
Yeah,
but I will say this. I think I have the perfect analogy or comparison, right? David Stearns to the Mets is like when WCW brought in Vince Russo. You guys remember that? Vince Russo was the hot writer for WWE. WCW was a hot product at the moment. They had the NWO going on.
Yeah, man.
And then after just a little bit of time, Vince Russo was like, oh, no, I got to burn this down. And that's what David Stearns is doing to the Mets. That team is terrible with a capital T. I almost want to laugh at how much money Boston and the Mets are spending on their teams this year. But personally, I like to see my rivals do well enough to lose at the end. I don't care to see them, have to pack it up.
Oh, you just want to see them in as much pain as you can see them in.
Exactly. Yeah, you want excruciating pain. See, like the pain of a bad season, it's just dull. You become numb to it. When you get to the end and you lose there, that's the ultimate loss. Like, today's like the first day you can actually talk about Detroit basketball, and I feel like we heard nothing about Malik Beasley. And I wish I would open up the switch.
Malik Beasley got indicted. We did say something about it earlier.
I ain't saying nothing like I told you the other day, I was walking down the street, I was like, oh, crap, Chauncey Billups. What up, B? Like, you out? All right, man. Like, confident. I would be nervous walking the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Malik Beasley is getting hit on point shaving. That's rough.
Chauncey's getting, illegal gambling game?
There was an exchange that they put in the indictment, a text exchange, where Malik had an over-under of 10 rebounds, or 9.5, and he pushed one of his teammates out of the way to get the 10th rebound with 1.1 seconds left.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
With 1.1 second left.
And your boy like, yo, you want it that bad, bro? The game almost on. I need that.
Shoved this guy out of the way.
Can't be too obvious with it, bro.
Well, he was. The great Michael Kay is on his way next on Hahn and Rosenberg later this afternoon. It is Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
Stay warm.
Monday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Was this weekend a bad series or a bad sign for the Yankees?
That's what the grind is. We got a really good freaking team. We played crappy on this trip, kind of. Feels bad, kind of pissed off, right? But it's what we do. It's what you sign up for. We'll dig ourselves out of it.
And how many free agents will the Knicks be able to retain from their championship team?